I got 6 different airheads. I'm so fucked up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Beer, The Bi, and The Beautiful. We are already going, so let's just continue to go.
It's a thing.
How's everybody doing today?
Son of a bitch. I got off early, and I'm excited, and I'm happy.
Drunk.
They're having beers.
You don't tell me what I am.
It's been a fun day.
1 week since you looked at me. Yes. Goddamn. We nailed it.
We could do the other song that is in the song that I sent you guys, the racist one.
No.
It's the same beat, I think, right? No, it was, we didn't start the fire. That's what that one was.
Wait, who's that by? Billy Joel. I didn't
Did
know
you know
that
that?
till...
What, Billy Joel?
George has never heard of Billy Joel before.
Really?
I just think he's not good.
It's okay.
He's
I
like,
really
name
don't
one
need
more
it.
song from him.
he's
Like,
got,
Piano
exactly.
Man?
He's got, I was like, Rocket Man?
What?
Like, I've got a lot of respect for him, but I don't like the music.
No, he did his shit. Like, he
Yeah.
was successful.
Yeah.
He's married to Chris.
That's why I have
Brinkley.
huge respect, but I don't like it.
He found his niche.
Yeah.
And
He fucking wrote it.
I found, never mind.
You found your
Look.
niece.
I'm glad. See, we're so close that I could just say one little, and you guys already know it. It's so awesome. I love relationships like that. Shut your
We're
mouth.
not in a fucking relationship.
No, we are, and you just don't know it.
Well, you're about to get the dick.
Whoa!
What? Not you, Jason. No, I meant John. No, calm
No.
down. No. I don't want to give it to him. He'll like it. You won't. That's the fun part.
No.
That's why
Contract.
contracts exist.
We went did this bit all last week. We're not going to go back.
Oh, yes, we are.
Last week, well, maybe we are. But so I need to know about this story that you have for me that you said you were going to tell me today when I was at your show on Friday. There was a big clusterfuck before you guys went on stage.
Oh, that whole thing. Yeah.
So
It
they
confused
started
the
a bit
fuck out of
late
me.
on Friday, and
did.
Wait, what were we
Jason,
talking about? I'm just kidding.
Jason was not flustered, but just like,
Was it the
holy
black
shit.
dudes?
I didn't know that they were biggers in the band. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're biggers in the
really
band.
tall.
Were the biggers the reason that it was
I
late?
mean, Vic's not
No,
tall.
I think they all
Vic's
were there.
tiny.
Hang on. The biggers
Everyone was there except for Chris.
would explain the lateness.
Funny enough, the biggers aren't the reason for the lateness.
It was Chris.
No.
Chris was in shorts. I was like, what is going on right now?
Why is his leg so wide? Oh, that's me. Never mind.
Yeah, you weren't there. So tell us what
Yeah.
happened, Jason.
So anyways,
By the way, awesome show.
thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
It was good.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
George watched it via the
Satellite. Well, I had a satellite phone. I was going across the desert on a horse with no name.
Oh, God, stop it.
Feel good to get out of the rain?
No.
God.
Edit all this out. This is terrible.
Nope.
Manual edit? Is that what we're going
All right,
about?
tell us your story, because you won't get it out if he doesn't shut up.
I'll get it out.
Maybe get it in, too.
Yeah. That's why you're in the middle.
That looks offering. Okay, tell us your story. Jesus.
Wrap it around it.
Gosh.
Okay. I'm leaving.
Get the hell out of here.
Alright, so anyways, so the venue had basically promised a whole different setup than what we actually had. So we were supposed to have a stage like twice the size than what we had.
It was a tiny stage.
It was.
Was he
But
gonna dance
we were-
around? Because that was
He was anyway.
Yeah.
He was a.
Like we all
Diva.
actually were, but
Man,
you know,
he was
we had a whole.
You were gonna dance around?
We've got a whole
No,
thing.
you weren't.
Yes, it was.
Dude,
We've actually got like 3
There-
or 4 different like things kind of orchestrated out.
Choreographed.
let's reinforce that stage, okay?
We need to see your dance on this.
Nope. No, not on here.
I
Only
want to
performing.
on the table.
He only gets paid.
I'll
Reinforce the
reinforce
table.
it. Yeah.
Well,
For
you
any
got
of
$1?
us.
Come on.
Tony threw $1 at me earlier. Wow. Anyways, go.
Anyways, so
Any Hughes.
any Hughes College,
Coach.
but
Brad.
so when we were supposed to play the Saturday before, that stage was still what was on contract and what we should have had and everything. But obviously with the storm, we had to move it to the next weekend.
Yes.
The place had already rented that stage to another venue, so they had to do what they could do. So we've got one half-sized, and so we had to like bigger rig.
So hang on.
to make it work.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily the venue. It was the people who control the stages, right?
Partly.
Or did they work together, or are they the same?
No, it's two different companies, but then also the venue had they're working on doing their own distribution of their beer finally, like to actually get it out. So they've decided to put in an outdoor deep freeze where they could put the cans in to store them until the truck to pick them up. Well, they didn't take into account that, oh yeah, we got this fucking giant freezer outside now, so where the fuck we gonna put the stage? Because they put it where the fuck the stage normally goes. So
Right in front of the dance floor.
So basically, hang on, because I'm dumb about this. So there's a company that basically has stages, like pre-built stages that they just have to put together.
yes,
And you can go to different venues and fucking bands can play on it.
yes,
And so does the venue pay for that, or does the band?
venue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that come out of y'all's money?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. I guess it's an operating expense. Okay.
Now, I mean, we have gotten in situations before to where it's put on us to find said staging. So, like, we'll get paid to find
Oh,
the
God.
stage to provide. It's a whole fucking thing.
It's like, fuck you, I play music. I don't know how to do that.
Jason's out there with a hammer. Like,
It's like, I'm reinforcing it so I can dance.
So it was a cluster to start out with. It
Yes.
was just... And you already
And
had
luckily-
4 shows that week before that show. No.
Well, that was
3, and then you had 1
3.
Sunday, right? Or Saturday.
No, so that was, we had 2 before, so I had Wednesday, Thursday, that was Friday, so that was the 3rd, that was the middle show of the week, and then we had Saturday, Sunday still to go.
You work too much, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I work too much sometimes, but then I don't.
Do anything at night.
No, I don't do shit on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
That's why this weekend, luckily, it's just Saturday. That's it. That's all I gotta worry about.
I know.
One show.
Is the stage going to be okay, though?
Yes.
You're building it.
No.
No, yes.
No, I'm not building it.
You
Yes,
better.
Okay.
Both of them.
Both of them?
Spell it.
Both.
BOFEM. Both of them.
So I'm just
God,
gonna,
had to spit.
thank you.
You're welcome. What?
I know he's not gonna hear this, so I'm gonna say it in confidence.
Okay.
Chris sounded a little flat in the beginning.
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
That's
too?
because of the
Oh, yeah.
stage situation, right?
Because he was
like,
probably.
Yeah, it's just the...
It's like his voice wasn't really warmed up yet, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
because he
it's
was
just 'cause,
dealing
like-
with the bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just took a second for
I can
everybody to
see
settle
that.
in.
Still a wonderful show. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing, but I just noticed he doesn't sound as good as he normally does. I thought maybe it's because we're outside. I've not heard you guys play outside yet,
Right.
and I was like, maybe there's all these different things that are going on, but he just didn't sound like he was.
Yeah.
And then after break, you guys sounded fucking amazing. He sounded great. Everything sounded great.
Yeah.
He went back and said, la 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 la.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, that's what me and him both actually do between...
Yes. Oh,
I need you to
There are actually...
I'll be your manager. You need a manager?
You can manage your liquor and beer sales.
Dude, I would nail it. I just go around and fucking have fun with everybody.
Yes.
And be like, you want a beer?
Yes.
It's $7.50.
You would sell twice as much beer if you
Push the
had him in
cans
the
with the logo
crowd.
printed on it.
Yes. You get to make your own beer and sell it at your.
We'll call it
the triple.
Chris
beer?
Taylor experience.
The rumor. This is the rumor.
Rumor in a can.
Oh, that sounds like. Never mind.
We got the
There's 2 beers on stage.
we got to buy the beautiful beer.
There you go.
Triple.
Are you gonna buy the beautiful beer?
Triple beer.
Buy beautiful beer. Here's a beautiful beer. This is not a
Yeah,
beautiful
this
beer.
is not a good one.
It's not terrible, but
Wait, so the can's gonna be purple, blue, and pink?
sure.
Okay.
Whatever y'all want. Y'all are paying me. I don't care.
I don't think we can get Chris on board.
I'll call him gay a couple times.
Will he even
He'll be
know?
okay.
You know, we'll figure it out.
Jason's just gonna do all this.
What was it?
behind
Last
his boss's back.
episode before, I called him curly haired bitch.
Yeah.
I think it was curly-haired Jew at one point.
Nope,
too.
nope, I didn't say that. Nope. Manual edit.
Is that
Nope.
Jew Fro? I think it was.
Yeah, he has a Jew fro.
He does.
Just because he's white and has a fro.
Yeah.
But I
And
called
then,
him
yeah.
I
That's
can't
it.
even say it. Curly haired bitch.
So if you got kinky hair and you're white, it's a Jew fro.
Whoa.
Just instantly. Yeah.
What kind of kink does the hair have?
don't know, a little bondage.
Oh God.
Contract.
Watch some
Rewind.
Max play.
I mean, Manuel. God, I just had a stroke. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
So let's get into this.
Oh wait, I got a story.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show where everything's made up and nothing really matters.
What are we talking about?
Go ahead.
Okay.
What they don't do.
We're all silly.
Is that your thing?
I love it. We're all silly today.
Yeah.
Except you, you're dumb.
Don't use the word silly. You're fucking a goddamn 87-year-old man.
Come on.
Don't touch me.
If you do, you gotta do the
Silly Willy.
silly.
No, you don't have to do that.
That
You
shit.
maybe, I don't.
I tell everyone he's gay at work now, especially new hires. I'm like,
That's the best.
No, what's worse is when he tells women, I'm not gay. Oh, don't worry. He's not gay.
like this guy wants to bang you. He might not seem like it, but you
Perfect
signed this
wingman.
here contract. Look, I could be
wingman.
your wingman
I'm
for a contract.
The less people that know about this, the better.
Here, sign this.
If you hang on, if you okay me going to be your wingman with Aaron,
Your
then
wingman?
I will go, and I will get you whatever you want, and I'll come home and be with my lady. No, not my lady.
Here's the problem. They're
There's
not
some-
going to want to go home with me. They want to go home with you.
I know, and I'll
And I just get what's left.
I'll just pass it on.
Thanks.
Well, no, see, that's what he
But-
just, he introduces and he's like a flyby. Just introduce and fucking keep moving.
Like, look, he's not gay and he's got big balls, so you want to go home with
You
him?
gonna fondle him?
You feel them. They'll envelop your whole knee.
I was trying to do that with the receptionist at the hotel yesterday. And you,
I know, and it was. No, I did not. I didn't say shit. I just stood
Wait,
there.
what?
This motherfucker was having a whole ass conversation. Look, I went to
simple
pee.
questions.
Hang on. Hang
Two
on.
simple questions.
No. I went to pee
Uh-huh.
before we left class yesterday
Uh-huh.
at the Hampton Inn.
Okay.
All right.
Shout out to Hampton.
With the
Lincoln, North Carolina.
I walk out. I mean, 40 seconds after I walked in, I walk out, and he's just sitting there posted up at the fucking receptionist desk. And she's telling him about her fucking mama's heart procedure. And I'm like,
Triple bypass.
how the fuck do you get into these conversations?
It's too nice.
It's
Like-
really easy.
Like, back in my day, I'm talking to you because I want some booty. This
Yeah.
guy's asking about your mama, I guess. I don't know.
Next thing you know, he's coming to the potluck.
I said,
He's got an apple pie and shit.
I said, hey, how you doing? She said, I'm tired. I just got here, but
That's when you walk away.
And
Nah,
I was like, ooh,
I don't
that
need to
sucks.
know all this. Nope, run. Like, we already started off bad. If you're telling me something negative when we've never seen each other or talked, I'm walking away. Like, oh, that sucks. Bye. That's how easy. I know you don't know how to get out of those situations.
No, I do.
But the situation is, oh, I'm tired. Oh, that
Sometimes-
sucks. Bye.
Sometimes people need to say things, and I'm just there to listen.
Fuck them.
That's, yes. Maybe that will happen eventually.
Not with that attitude.
Nah.
No.
Not with that approach.
But I wasn't trying. It was just me being a listening ear at that point.
You're stupid.
But that wasn't doing anything else. I was waiting for you to take a piss. It was a 2-minute conversation.
You should have walked. Look, had you, I guarantee you, had you walked, it was exactly. It was a fucking 2-minute conversation,
It's still 2 minutes
and
of
she
my
was
life.
talking about her mama's triple bypass. Like how the fuck? No,
I'll tell you the
too
story.
far, woman.
She said she was tired because she just flew in from New York. I was like, oh.
Oh my
I'm
god.
from New York.
Oh look, we had that damn
Ugh.
comment.
That's all it was. It
You're a
was that
stupid
simple.
bitch.
And then you came out and were like, is this guy trying to bang you right now?
I didn't know. I just stood there like, what the fuck is happening? And that's when the triple bypass happened. And I was like,
The fuck?
He's
and
like,
it
do
was-
you
hey,
know
hang
her?
on,
I'm like,
hang
no.
on. No. She also told her or him, she
Thanks. Thank you.
Her,
Yeah, the hair doesn't give
she
away.
also told him what her mama's last meal before the triple bypass was because
What?
why not, right? You're like, just in case she dies, she what it was a chicken sandwich from somewhere and she door dashed it into her.
Some people just need.
Like, how the fuck does that? No,
Some people
no.
just want somebody to listen to
No,
them.
look,
I'm
you
that
ain't
guy.
putting that shit on me. I don't want it. Like, I'll listen to anybody.
It's all that.
But if you want to fucking talk about somebody fucking will feel heart surgery, goddamn chicken sandwich, well, no, maybe, Mama, that you don't need the goddamn chicken sandwich if you're getting a goddamn triple bypass. You see what you did? God,
do anything.
that wasn't even my story. God,
I didn't do a single thing but listen. That's the worst thing I did was
You done got me on a rant.
listen to this woman.
I
That's all
know.
I did.
And it was, you listen too much?
You dumb.
I listened too much. What do you mean I listened too much?
What?
Would we be friends if I didn't listen to you?
You don't listen to me at all.
I only listen to you. WWGD.
I'm leaving.
Oh, you tell your story.
Okay, so I don't even remember why, but I roll up this man at work and he's like, I think I was royalty in a past life. And it had something to do with women.
I said I want to be the king that's just like, bring me her, and then I have to do.
Okay.
She has to sign the contract.
Well, because he's
Things
so picky,
happen.
right?
Right. So he's doing the whole Cusco thing of
So then we went into where?
that make
What?
you have a great person.
What would I be? What would I have been in a past life?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. That's why I went up at the end of my.
Those are called keys.
I don't know if I did or not.
Did I?
Welcome to the stage, Jason. We reinforced it.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I see Viking.
Yes.
Fucking nailed it. That's what he said.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viking or like, if not, then maybe like blacksmith, something like that.
Okay.
Figuresmith?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so
So what we said.
so this came down. So we already decided what we were.
Oh God. What am I? I know where this is
we
going.
already kind of figured out what you were.
What was I?
It's
we
not
didn't.
what you're thinking.
We didn't. He came up with it.
I came up with it, but
I
you-
just expanded on
You
it.
had a different name for it. I said maybe the cook.
Okay.
And George said,
Ratatouille?
and I said Ratatouille, and George said,
More like Fatatouille.
There it is.
and now he feels terrible.
I don't.
No, you don't.
It's funny.
Not at all.
If it's funny, it's okay.
So
Yeah.
what would you think you were in a past life?
I would say, okay, hang on.
Freddie Mercury?
Why are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Like a gesture. Because he entertains.
You could be like,
Like,
yeah,
he's not like.
a lyre? Is it called a lyre?
Yeah.
Sure.
Be playing the lyre?
Yeah. It's more of a bard, but still.
Yeah, you'd be a bard.
Okay, I'm good with that. Well, I was thinking jester, like people that there's negative connotation, like a clown, but like really
Just
they were
entertainment.
they were entertainment.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Or you'd be the whore.
For for everybody.
For anybody that wanted it.
You get a dick, and you get a dick, and you get a dick.
15 dicks everywhere.
I'll take a dick. I'll take a dick. You get a dick. I'll get a dick. You get a dick. I'll get. Okay.
Is Oprah there too? Why is Oprah with him?
I don't know. Jason turned into Black Bard Man.
Why is he black?
I don't know. Because Oprah's black, motherfucker.
So that makes him black?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm glad we're laughing now because we're not going to be laughing here in a minute.
I might be.
He might be.
Yeah, we will be. You know it.
Well, yeah.
Pew, pew.
It's kind of
Got him.
it's kind of a dark subject. I didn't mean it that way. Not like that.
Bigger.
It's a bigger subject. Yeah.
If you listen to us on a daily basis,
I get
you
to
should.
read it with you.
You can if you know how to read.
I don't know. Introduction.
There's a
Spell it.
story that I'd like to talk. It's right in front of me. I
Where?
can't spell it. Easy, Joe. It's not
Come
time
on.
for the.
Oh,
We got
Oh.
this.
Speaking of,
That's coming up.
Did we see the video of him getting cut off? When he was trying to do his last speech.
dude.
They
At the
pulled him off the
UN?
stage,
Was it
yeah.
at the UN?
Yeah, where they literally just like.
That's
yeah,
'cause
that'll
he
be
was-
it. Yeah.
Booger, booger. Not a joke. And everybody laughed. Well, I don't know if they laughed often, but
I'm sure they did.
They were
I'm adding that to my repertoire.
good. I like
Spell
that.
it. I can't.
Me neither.
I don't use the word.
I know the word. It's my act. But
If you could spell it, leave in the comments.
ACT. Boom. One of his things that he says a lot is not a joke.
Yeah.
That sounded like Obama a little bit.
It did.
Corn pop.
Come on, man, not a joke. Gotta get that Southern. I don't know why he's Southern.
Is
When he's
Joe
from
Southern?
fucking Maine.
No, it's not Southern.
Is he from
It's
Maine?
the
Delaware.
dementia.
It's Delaware.
Yeah.
He's definitely the president, though. Don't get me started. Just go.
Unfortunately.
All right.
Don't do it.
Guys.
No, not on that one.
I'm going to try to read this. You stop me if
Try.
you've heard it.
You don't know how to. Somebody's gonna try.
No, I just know it's what's going to happen is you're going to say things that interrupt me. So I'm going to try to read the whole thing.
You don't know me.
You
don't know my
I
life.
talked about it before we went on here.
You don't tell him what to do.
I don't know.
You ain't my mama. You don't know me.
By the way, if
There
George
you go,
ever
Colin.
gets kicked out of his house,
I yell
Uh-huh.
at you.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm living on
He's gonna
John.
live with me.
and
I'm going
fucking
to do
him.
all the work
Okay.
except for the trash. We
Trash,
agreed. You
yeah.
got to do the trash.
And I'm gonna do dinner every now and then.
Every now and then you'll cook, but I'll cook clean and vacuum and all that stuff, clean the bathrooms.
And I'll put the dick down on him.
and he'll fuck me.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Sounds like a
I,
good offer.
I didn't say anything about the fucking.
You said
That
you were
was
going
your
to dig
idea.
down me. That's what you told me.
Just now.
Yeah, but you've said it before.
Well, yeah, but not in this circumstance.
No, okay. Just in general.
Yeah,
I'm just going to fuck you one day.
one of these days.
All right, so let's get into this.
I'm gonna have one too many beers. Goddamn.
You got a pretty mouth.
I'm gonna force that contract on you. You sign it after.
Wow.
After? All right, Bill Cosby.
What? Calm down, Joe.
All right,
Anywho's.
I'm
Come
going
on,
to
man.
start this. Let's,
Come on, what are we talking about, man? Come on.
Let's get serious for
Come
a
on.
minute, Joe. Come
Not
on.
a joke.
Joe, it's not a joke. We
Not a
got to
joke.
talk
Come
about
on.
it right now.
What are we talking about?
All right. The Columbine High School shooting took place on April 20th, 1999 in Littletown, Colorado, a suburb
Littleton.
of Denver. Littleton?
Littleton.
That's my nickname.
But that's where we're going to
That
get
was
your
his nickname in high school. See, it wasn't me. I had to just help him.
Fatatouille.
He's got a
was
water
you.
head. You don't know no better.
The shooting is
You don't
also
want to know no pudding.
commonly referred to as the Columbine High School Massacre. A total of 15 dead. The shooters,
Weak.
seniors Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris, murdered 12 students and one teacher and injured over 21 others. The murders came to an end with Klebold and Harris turning the guns on themselves, both committing suicide.
In the library.
The shooting marked the deadliest school shooting in American history at that time.
It was like the one that really propelled it into like the mainstream fucking like consciousness.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of it was covered so much, like a lot of copycats came from it, and it just kind of evolved from there.
Yeah, and I think because of when it happened in our lives is why it's we think about it a lot, because it was really, I mean, I was a little older than you guys, but peak adolescence.
There's you a clip.
Yeah.
You said a little older, and we were both just like, "What? A little?"
I mean, 60 years, but I mean, still, that's not very long. So it sticks in our heads quite a bit, I think. Like, we know about this almost inside and out because of it was on TV all the time.
So basically, I was going out of 7th grade year into 8th grade year, so just one more year till high school. At that point,
Wow.
Yeah, when was this again?
99. You were just born.
Nope.
I was just still
A wee baby.
I was still suckling on my mama's teeth.
They still call me Littleton. The events of the shooting unfolded within the span of under 30 minutes, with Klebold and Harris arriving at the school around 11:20 a.m. With duffel bags in hand, they first entered the cafeteria with no intention of beginning to start shooting yet. Each bag contained a propane bomb set to detonate during the cafeteria's busiest lunch period. Prior to their arrival at the school, Klebold and Harris had each placed a backpack containing small propane bombs, a pipe bomb, and aerosol canisters at a meadow located 3 miles away from the school. These bombs partially detonated, alerting the police of Klebold and Harris's earlier activities. Following placing the bombs in the cafeteria, Harris and Klebold went back out to the parking lot to wait for the bombs to detonate. However, once they realized their bombs failed to detonate, they began to make their way back to entering the school.
So the bomb in the field was meant as a distraction, right?
Yeah.
The bombs in the cafeteria had little shitty homemade timers on them. That didn't work, obviously. But they weren't meant to maim or kill. They were meant. I mean, they were obviously, but they were
It's
meant
more
to,
like a scare.
Yeah, to cause confusion, so they would run.
Their real plan with those were to put them out of columns in the cafeteria, and I believe the library was above the cafeteria, if I remember right. And it was supposed to fall down onto the cafeteria and kill
as many people as possible.
Like a collapse is what
Yeah.
they were going for, and none of them went off. Like, it could have been so much worse had they built them properly.
Yeah.
But so that being said, there was a lot about it that was mismanaged. If we look at it from their perspective, I know it was terrible, blah blah blah, all this shit. I know you like to say that because
Yeah. We separate ourselves from.
Yeah, but if I'm looking at it from their perspective, because I did when I was in high school, like, I wanted to fucking kill motherfuckers. But the date they did it on was Hitler's birthday. That's why they did it on that date. And I feel like maybe they rushed it. Had they taken a little more time to do it, a little closer to the end of the school year,
Yeah.
had a couple more weeks to perfect those bombs, test them maybe,
Yeah.
they would have been way, way fucking worse.
Yep. I can see that.
Yeah,
Dude, I just brought the mood down. I'm sorry.
I think this subject's going to do it anyway, but yeah, that was definitely a deeper look into what could have happened for sure. And you're right, it would have been
The
way
reason
worse.
I say we think about that, or I've thought about that, is in high school I had a group of friends. We were the goth kids, and we played the lottery a lot. For its sole purpose of, if we win the lottery, we have all this money to spend on killing all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Not now, FBI, CIA.
We'll get to that.
A to B C.
No.
BBC?
No.
All right.
Shut up, Jason.
Okay. The initial events. The beginning of the shooting was marked by Klebold tossing a pipe bomb into the parking lot, which partially detonated, catching the attention of surrounding students who were on their lunch break.
Which was his test. What they had made something. There you go.
Many students were
I know too
confused,
much about this.
thinking it was part of some sort of senior prank, while others took note of their trench coats and concealed weapons, beginning to run from the parking lot. The first victim claimed by the shooting was 17-year-old Rachel Scott, who was shot while eating lunch with a friend in front of the entrance of the school.
On a grassy knoll, no less. Shout out to JFK. Bring it back around, baby.
Klebold
Bring
and
it back.
Harris proceeded to enter the school, making their way to the
Surprised I
cafeteria.
haven't made fun of that name just yet. But
Upon entering, they were shooting
Which one?
at students in the hallway
Klebold.
who were under the impression that their guns were paintball guns,
what's coming?
thus continuing to walk towards them. One of the students was sophomore Lance Kirkland, who was shot 4 times lying on the floor,
Got capped.
calling out for help. When Klebold stood above him and said, "Sure, man, I'll help you," to which he shot him in the face.
Helped him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Kirkland
y'all are not dark
survived.
enough for this.
I'm just reading, dude.
No, look. He helped him. He wasn't in pain anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he survived. Kirkland survived.
Oh, God.
And as Klebold walked away,
You were
he
saying?
apologized, saying, "Sorry, man," according to Kirkland.
You gotta shoot him again.
Apparently not.
Klebold and Harris passed through the cafeteria, not
perfectionist, it's
shooting
okay.
at anyone.
I would have shot him again.
As they made their way to the staircase leading up to the library, according to the ABC News, witnesses say that they were laughing and shouting positive things, such as, "This is what we always wanted to do. This is awesome. Whew. At this point in the shooting, the police were made aware that there were shooters in the school through a custodian staff member calling the head deputy.
Oh, she was in the library. No, there's go.
Are clue here?
Yeah.
It was a library staffer in the library with a book.
Two of the deputies who had arrived with the process
Shoved it up his ass.
arrived in the process of rescuing two injured
That's
students
12 inches.
on a hilltop adjacent to the school when Harris knew the police officers and went back over to the entrance and began shooting at the deputies.
Hey, so on this point, a recent shooting, where was it, in Texas, where the cops didn't go in for like an hour.
Yes.
This was just like that. The cops didn't go into that school
Right.
for a long, long time. Had they could have just cornered them in the fucking library and killed them and saved all probably fucking 10 of the 12 lives that were lost.
Yeah.
Like, but there was no backlash here. There was no parents trying to run in. So what's happened? Like, why is there a difference now? Like, why is there not an uproar about this?
I still don't think that anyone knows how to handle this situation.
No, you go in and you eliminate the fucking...
Well, I agree with that. But I don't think
Parent caught anybody.
nobody wants to do the wrong thing, so they do nothing.
No, fuck that. Like, look, if it's one of mine, the 3 that are mine or the one that's mine, that's a step. And somebody's shooting up their school, you ain't stopping me. Like,
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm gonna be armed, and we can shoot at each other, or we can go in there and shoot at some motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So they, Harris and Klebold, they started shooting at the deputies. They began shooting back. And after one of the deputies had fired 3 rounds of his ammo, Harris retreated back inside with no one hit.
little bitch.
So they were stormtroopers, apparently.
Pew!
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew! 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 Leia,
next-
get down! Leia? I said Leia.
Sure.
Sure.
That's John's girlfriend.
I get the trash
She's-
compactor.
She's from Canada. They met online.
And her Meemaw just had open heart surgery.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Poor Meemaw.
Dude,
Catching a lot of hits.
I really walked out and was like, I didn't say shit, which is not normal, but I was like,
Oh, fuck.
I looked
George
at her.
cockblocked me, man. That's all he did.
And I just stood there, a good 6 feet away, like COVID. I looked at
Social
her,
distancing.
I looked at him, and they kept talking, and I was like, whoa, what? Chicken sandwich, what?
Good.
Yeah.
The next area of the school
now.
Klebold and Harris approached was the library, where 52 students, 2 teachers, and 2 librarians were hiding.
Like, think about that. Like, they
How did they even get in there?
They killed 12 and wounded 21. So that's what, 33. There's 52 plus 4 adults. That's 56 people. Like, they could have killed a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But
Cause
they
like,
were-
just think. I mean, if the plan had gone the way it was supposed to, like, were these people already in the library to begin with? Did they all retreat there when everything started going down? Like, so
They were
if you-
hiding, according to this. That's where they went to hide, under the desks, at the computer desks. in the
Right, but
library.
it just says they were hiding. It didn't
Yeah.
say they went there to hide.
Right,
so
right,
it's
right,
like they could have already been there. So I mean, that's literally if the bombs had gone off and the collapse had happened, then
There wouldn't have been a library. It would have been in the cafeteria.
exactly, and they would have been on top of whoever was in the cafeteria at the time. So
So you if you look at the videos of this shit, like the surveillance videos, the cafeteria was fucking just packed. There
Yeah.
was like you could barely walk in there, like because the tables were so full.
yeah,
So I mean, you're talking at least 100, 150, somewhere in that range of kids in there,
yeah,
and then another 50 up top, like just a couple blasts, and maybe the ones up top aren't dead. Most of the ones in the bottom are dead.
oh yeah.
We can speculate all day, but do you think when those bombs didn't go off, I know I'd read somewhere or watched something where they said, "No, right now it's time for Plan B because Plan A didn't work," and they went in and just started firing weapons. Right. So, if that Plan A had worked, would they have killed? Obviously, they would have killed more with the blast. But do you think that they would have just kind of opened fire on everyone that was running out? Because that was the original plan.
With the blast, or are we talking about if the blast worked?
If the blast worked, yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, the blast didn't work, so they just had to kind of, like, it's hard to say this, but wing it in a way where it's like, all right, now we just got to go in and kill as many people as we can because that didn't work.
Right, but they weren't prepared to do that. They wanted to kill from afar.
Right.
Yeah. They weren't.
Do you think they planned to leave that area after they were done? Or were they going to die? I know one of them said he wanted to die anyway.
I think it depends. Like,
did you ever think? Do you think that they ever thought that they were going to get away with this?
No.
No,
they were just ready to go.
They were trying to leave.
No matter what happened, there was an end game to it.
Yeah, lack of a better word, they're trying to leave a legacy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even,
unfortunately, yeah.
So
24 years later.
There was one of the kids they first shot outside. He survives, but he's paralyzed. And he said he was hiding behind like a wall, but his backpack was sticking out. And they shot the backpack, and it like curved into his back and paralyzed him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, for some reason in my brain, he was in the doorway of the cafeteria. I don't know if that's true or not, but he was in some doorway, like halfway in, halfway out, and people were like looking at him like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" Mm-hmm. So, I think had they even little details, right? Had they chosen a different fucking entrance, had they gone in that cafeteria door, they could have just walked in and fucking started blasting the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But that goes back to they were fucking bitches, right? Like they were scared. I think they wouldn't have gone in that way because there's too many in there and they would have gotten rushed, potentially. That, in their head.
Like you said, they wanted to do it from afar where no one could threaten them, basically.
That's what the bombs were for, and they didn't want to see it, necessarily, but, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's too many moments, like you hear from, like, the survivors and stuff, there was too many, like, there was a lot of hesitation in, like, everything they did. There was a lot of, like, just like the one guy fatally shot 4 times and then left him. It's like, if you were trying to take, like, if your whole end game was number of lives, then you shot this dude 4 times. So you took the effort to shoot him that many times, but then you don't kill him. Like, that would have been, whether you thought he was going to die from, those shots or not, it should have been, and obviously George even knows, like, coming from, like, a military standpoint, like, you get the kill shot. Like, you don't care. Like, it doesn't, if they're still moving, you take the shot. It don't matter. Yeah. It's like, if that's your end game, that's your end game. So, like, why was there hesitation there?
We can analyze that. Like, even, they shot him in the face.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot him in the head.
Right.
Yeah, it was the face, but, like, they probably shot him in, like, the mouth.
Yeah.
Or the nose area. Like, the nose, if it goes through all the way, it's going to kill you, but...
Right.
Like, did they shoot him in the side of the face? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think about when I listen to that. Like, if you want to, I don't know. They didn't want to kill him. Like, they wanted to hurt him. They wanted to fucking leave a mark on the community and the world. But did they want to kill him?
Well, there's some backstory to them as well. They were filmmakers, and they loved the notoriety. They loved being... the movies that they did make were essentially the same thing that happened. They were kind of acting it out in their whole movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this was kind of like those are all rehearsal for the main stage. And when they got to the school, they were like, oh, shit, we're going to do this. And there was a lot of panic and especially when the plan didn't work out the way they thought it was going to. And, of course, they improvised their way through the school. And the way it ends almost explains everything I just said because it's crazy.
So you say rehearsal. So they actually had a school project, right? Mm-hmm. That was a movie, and it was about kids being bullied, and they were their protectors. which led to a lot of speculation after it was done.
Sure.
But
About the jocks and how they hated all the jocks.
White hats,
and white
yep.
hats and all that stuff.
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people that are listening know a lot of this story already, so we don't want to go into too many details.
Well, they
We
can-
got all in Ghana.
they can't,
not.
they don't know it like we fucking say it.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying, if you have it, I was going to say, before you interrupted me, was if
Well,
you have
Disruptor.
anything to
You
add, let
interrupted
us
me
know. I
first.
want to know what everybody else has to say.
Who?
Whoever's listening.
Shout out to those that are listening.
Yeah.
Comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Is that what we're doing?
Are we in Colorado? I can't remember. Are we in Colorado? Have we been listened to in Colorado?
I mean,
think
I
so.
smoked some shit. Probably from
If you were
Colorado.
there, or at least lived in the area around that time,
Oh
I
God!
would love to hear
Please,
stories.
yeah. Look, I will be serious and not a disruptor, and I will interview you like Oprah interviewed the fucking royal family fucks.
yes. Just like that.
Nailed
yeah,
it.
I mean, I would love to hear from somebody that was kind of in that area, or even was there. Maybe not at the school, but in the community. I would just have that conversation.
That would be a good opportunity. Like, I know we're fucking nothing as far as like a YouTube channel goes, but we're something, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're here, and like there's the media, the big media only fucking wants to talk to the people who are like, oh, I saw his brains blow out the back of his head. But like, if there's a story like how it impacted you, like we'll fucking talk to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Even though it's been 24 years,
Yeah.
then 5 months, almost to the day.
The library. The next
I'm
day
not
at the
autistic.
school-
You're autistic.
Klebold and Harris approached was the library. 52 students, 2 teachers, 2 librarians were hiding. In the library, they had an agenda in which they were targeting students of color and anyone who played a sport at the school.
Biggers.
According to witnesses, Harris stated
There's
that
only one.
anybody,
At old school when they found him.
anybody
color.
with a white hat or a sports emblem is dead, as wearing a white hat at Columbine High School was an athletic tradition. Many students attempted to remove and hide their white hats. Klebold approached a table where 3 students were hiding under. Sophomores Craig Scott and Matthew Ketcher and senior Isaiah Scholes. No, shush. Upon discovering them and noticing Isaiah was black, I almost said bigger, Klebold exclaimed,
Catcher.
I found a N-word. That's what it says.
It says N-word?
It does say N-word.
Let me see.
According to Scott.
Oh, it does. Look at that.
N-word.
Yeah. Klebold then proceeded
Kind of
to
bullshit.
Oh.
That's not what they said.
It's not what he said.
He didn't say I found the N-word. What'd he say?
Bigger.
He said I found a bigger. Look. The one in the school. I got him.
And we're canceled again. Anyways.
Okay. Klebold then proceeded
You're welcome.
to taunt Isaiah.
That's how we're going to go
more
viral.
derogatory slurs, and then shot him, killing him.
What kind of slurs? Derogatory.
Joe, listen up out of you.
Oh, man.
In the library,
Little
Klebold.
black babies and little white
No.
babies. What?
Klebold and Harris killed 12 and injured 10. They left at around 11:36, proceeding to toss pipe bombs in the hallway as they were heading back down to the cafeteria. They made rounds around the school, storming down hallways and looking in classrooms before re-entering the library, which was mostly empty of students except for those who could not move due to their injuries.
So when they went back down, and it may have been before they went back up, but at some point they went to the cafeteria after everyone had fled and started shooting at those propane bombs to try to make them go off,
Yeah.
which they were standing under it. So their goal was to
kinda-
make it collapse, and they
Yeah.
blew up. They were dumb, for fucking obviously, but
Right.
According to police reports, by 12:08 p.m., Klebold and Harris had committed suicide.
you can find pictures of that on Google to this day of their bodies Not the victims.
You can find. I found some pictures of so there were aerial shots of the complex, the school,
where they were all found.
and where they were all in far shots. You can still see the bodies kind of lying there, but they won't do anything up close as far as I can find.
So with these two, the shooters, you can find this like up close, like
All right.
This is one of them things, like,
it is.
like as a human, as fucked up as it is, it's like this was a big event in our childhoods, and so I don't know. It's like a weird fucked up way of being like, are we sure they're dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, it looks like they're dead here.
They shot themselves.
Yeah. Which what is it though with that whole thing? Like, why is that? That's always like a fascination thing.
I don't know. I hate it. Like I don't want to see injuries or fucking deaths, but I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I it's not a need.
No, it's just like for whatever it's like just something kind of clicks with stuff like that. Like, and it doesn't have to be even like prime examples. Obviously, when it happened, this has been a few years ago now, but like the whole Paul Walker like car wreck, like that circulated Facebook, Instagram, and like everyone wanted to see the aftermath of that crash. Like, why? Like, why was that such just a big fucking thing? Like, no one really, like, except for the first couple of days, they cared about the story, but after that, it was just about the photos. That was it.
So do you think maybe it's like a form, so especially with big stories like this or Paul Walker, I think maybe it's a form of closure for people?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I think a lot of
Possibly,
people want to
yeah.
see it for closure. But the
Like
reality
a
is, you
morbid
never knew
closure.
Paul Walker. Like, no one knows him.
Right, yeah. You don't know him
Yeah,
personally.
you want to be like, oh man, I remember seeing that picture. Oh, that was a terrible thing.
Or
I
is
feel
it
for him. Wait, what? You didn't know him?
Uh,
You don't know
Or
him?
it might, like, because obviously, you know, like, back in the day, they used to do, like, whenever there was hangings, there was executions, stuff like that, people, it was always a spectacle.
Yeah,
People went out to it. I mean, that was like a family outing, was to
Yeah,
go and
oh,
watch
yeah.
this shit. So, like, I wonder if it's also somehow still tied into that, like, it's almost like a mortality thing. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
so I'll come at it from a different view.
okay.
What if, let's go nowadays, what if
Okay.
it's like we don't believe half the shit we're told now, and we need to see it for ourselves?
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it's still morbid as fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like,
But let me interpret it. Don't tell me what happened.
are you like, is he dead or did he fake his
So,
death?
prime example. So, going off of that exact same mindset, just take it back 60, well, yes, 80 years at this point, almost.
I was
Go
seven.
back to, you were 7 years old. But,
He was
go back to World War II. Go back to the whole concentration camp thing. Like, that whole disbelief with the German people. The fact that they could literally be in the next town over. They can smell the furnaces. They can smell the gas. They can smell all of this going on. They can see all this happening. But they don't believe it.
Yeah.
And it took the Allied forces taking these people to the town to help them clear out these camps to be like, oh shit, this is what we were doing. Like, they had to see it.
Yeah.
So, and on that point,
Yeah.
even in our lifetime, I don't know if it's true necessarily,
Right.
but there are rumors, we'll call them rumors, that German schools were teaching that whole period of their country was not real.
Right, yeah, like,
Right.
the
Or
whole
they
joke
just-
that they were neglecting, like, 39 to 45 just didn't exist.
Or they, yeah, right,
Yeah.
or they just downplayed it to
Right.
an extreme consent, not consent.
Yeah.
You don't believe in that.
No, contracts.
Oh, wait.
But I mean, you could
like
even
the way that
do that
turned.
that same kind of mindset. Like take that into, like even take that into our accounts as far as slavery goes. Like you had different states. Like I mean, I remember there was a big this big fucking commotion as far as like
No, I
textbooks
like
goes.
conundrum.
Yeah. I just couldn't think of the rest of it.
Spell it.
I got conundrum and that was it. The rest just did not come out.
Cunnilingus.
Whoa!
Whoa.
No!
What?
Any use.
Welcome to history with Triple B.
Bigger lingus?
But you had different, depending on what region of the country you're in, like different states' textbooks like told the stories in different ways. Same thing with like the Trail of Tears, like all that stuff. Like there's different parts taught differently in every freaking region, even here. So it's like, so that might also play into it as far as
we
there again, you
just
have
found
to
out
see it.
about Columbus like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the guy that we were all taught was.
yeah, it's fucking Vikings. That was bullshit.
So does that feed into the notion that the victors write history? Like,
Yes.
is that where we're at? Like, is the obviously with the knowledge we have with the fucking internet at this point, like you can read it and be like, so if you go against what is written and what is historic record,
Right.
you're a conspiracy theorist, right?
Right.
So that doesn't mean you're not right.
Yeah.
It just means they're discrediting you
Because it's not the
because
narrative.
the victors
Yeah.
wrote that
Yeah.
history.
Right.
So is that why you want to see the pictures of dead people? So you can make your own,
Is it ingrained in us to not believe the government,
or anyone for that matter.
especially?
To actually like, do you have to have physical proof?
So this is what
I'm
we're telling
leaning
you.
into it.
Yeah, I'm not going to believe
I'm
you. I
leaning-
want to know what you're talking
Yeah, like I want to see it. I don't believe it.
And now, like you said, with the
Where's that black dude they shot? Let me see him.
With the
Yeah.
internet, it's a lot easier to find that stuff.
Right. That's
So-
like the whole just going off of the victors writing history thing. I mean, if you look at most of our written history, you can trace it back to either Greek or Roman or somewhere in that region, Trojan, whatever, whichever fucking book you want to start with. Like it's all just very specific
Yeah.
regions in the same area. Whereas, like, you could get the archaeologists that have found there's obviously a ton of cities outside of these regions that nothing but rubble left. There is nothing left of them, and we have no written history of them. We don't know what happened.
Burn them all down. Yeah.
However, there's this account of for the Romans went out and destroyed the city, and then all of a sudden it ceased to exist. Once they destroyed it, you heard no more of it.
Yep.
Kind of like the Mongols.
Exactly. Or even the Ottomans.
Yeah, or like the
Here we go.
I got nothing. I was trying to
Vikings.
out water you.
Squirt farther.
Shout out to John.
Oh wait, whoa! All right. Following the shooting,
What?
following the shooting,
You squirt farther?
fear was instilled in students
You shoot
nationwide.
farther?
Then who?
Dylan and Klebold.
No.
Yeah, with it.
I'm
or
more of a
that's that
dribbler.
same
We've had
one.
this
I
conversation.
think it's
Dylan and Eric.
yeah.
Eric, Harris, and Dylan Klebold. I know words.
Any
I
use.
got 2 paragraphs left, dude.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you.
We've still got an hour, so go for it.
Following the shooting, fear was instilled in students nationwide.
We
According,
went through this way too fast.
I got more though. Hold on. According to the
You got
study,
2 more paragraphs.
on this part of it, yes. Let me
What
read it.
part?
The part I'm
The whole fucking
attempting to
shooting.
read.
You're about to end it. This is the aftermath. You already ended all this.
Any use.
Anyways, according to the
Colors.
study done by researcher Lynn
I see my
Addington
finger up your nose.
involving public opinion polls reflected that Columbine prompted greater fear of victimization at school. Further, while some schools in the U.S. implemented stricter security measures such as checking bags and installing metal detectors, there was no action taken at the government level in terms of policy or legislation.
That's because they wanted to ban guns at that point. That's where it all started. Well, no, I wouldn't say it all started, but
That was one of
that was
the
a key cog.
like
in
the
it.
final straw kind of deals.
Final countdown. And the bombs didn't explode. Shit, the library didn't fall on the fucking cafeteria. It didn't work. We gotta go in. Pew, pew, pew. Nailed them.
At the community level, there were several accounts of post-traumatic
I'm
stress
going to hell.
disorder and other mental health
Probably
struggles
soon.
among survivors.
Based on my cheek.
Along with a survivor committing suicide a year after the survivor's mother committing suicide 6 months after. In terms of
What a
immediate
bitch.
responses, the school was shut down for the rest of the
What
year
the fuck?
with only 2-3 weeks remaining.
Like, you fucking survived and you fucking off yourself? You didn't even jack off yourself. You just offed yourself. Dude, no. 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 Hey, if you're gonna kill yourself, go ahead.
So this brings up a point that I wanted to ask you guys.
Let's fuck it.
Is this the start of banning guns?
Whoa! Did I just fucking come in on a fucking
Fucking early.
like that F-35 they couldn't find?
You came too early. You should have waited a few more
Shit.
seconds. Think about baseball.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the start.
Baseball swing all night.
I wouldn't say the start.
No. So before that, there was another incident.
Not an incident, no. But I think it's always been a goal. So let's think about every terrible thing in history, pretty much. Let's say Nazi Germany, since we hit on that, and it was Hitler's birthday when they did this. They took the fucking guns away before they did anything.
Yeah.
Same with fucking Mao in China with the Cultural Revolution.
Yeah.
Like, they took the guns. Like, that's what they
Same
do.
with North Korea, same with,
Canada.
It's a communist control thing. It's like,
You take away the arms, and what can the fucking people do? Which is why they want to take it away from us at this point in time in America. Shout out to Joe Biden, you fucking bitch.
So with that said, Joe Biden is a bitch.
Yeah.
no. Continue.
And he don't know where he's at.
If legislation was passed in 1999 to ban guns, where would we be at 23 years later, 24 years later?
Well, so the NRA has a lot to do with it, so it would never happen, and that's probably why it didn't happen. Even though, Mr. Michael there
I mean,
tried his hardest.
Yeah.
if it did, though, then, we would be fucking just like the Russians and standing in line 5 hours for a fucking loaf of bread.
Or standing in line to get our fucking note to go to Ukraine.
Yeah. Yes. So what I'm trying to get at is, would we be a communist country at that point if it had happened? Do you think a civil war would have happened? Do you think we wouldn't exist today as we are today?
There'd probably be a civil war at that point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they get to the point where they're actually trying to go around and take guns, a lot of people will comply.
Yeah.
Not enough for you to
I would
take
say
all the guns.
south of the Mason-Dixon
gonna say,
line
yeah.
would be a really difficult task to take away the guns.
The South will rise again.
Yeah, that might be the only time.
I disagree, actually.
What?
Yeah, no, I disagree. A lot of people down here are, we'll say God-fearing. They believe in the rule of law, and they would use that on those people to fucking, like, they would knock on their doors, and they're like, okay, I guess, here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's what you don't want to fall into.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are rallying against.
Yeah, the compliance.
Like, shout out to fucking COVID. How many people down here did that?
I don't know.
Lots.
A lot.
Yeah.
Lots. And I could go to fucking Food Line right down the fucking road in this small town, and they wouldn't say shit. But right next door to that Food Line in Dollar General, walk in without a mask, and they're like, you can't come in here without a mask. You know what I did? I'll turn around and walk right back out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that are they're going to follow what the government says or what people in power say.
Yeah.
Even down here. And even regarding guns. And it's scary, but it is what it is. Give your guns away. I'll kill you and take your food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or anything I want at that point because you have no way to protect
Your
yourself.
butthole.
I'm getting my gun back out.
Out of your butthole?
That's where he keeps his gun.
That's
It's
where
his
my gun's
prison
at.
pocket.
So
It's a whole different kind of nine.
I'm only bringing this up because Michael Moore did make a movie called Bowling for Columbine, which was a documentary. What are you? Stop looking at
Whole
me.
different kind of nine. You got no comment on that? Come
I'm
on.
trying to get to the
I know
top.
you're the host.
It's purple.
We're doing good. We're doing good. You
are
can
doing
talk
good.
about a whole different kind of nine.
I don't.
We ain't talking about 9 iron. We ain't talking about 9 hole. Well, maybe holes.
9.
No.
Not that 9.
Okay.
Manual edit.
I can say
Oh
that.
God. Oh God. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks.
You apologizing?
We're right back at it with this here Columbine and stuff. Love
Experiencing
you.
technical difficulties.
Hello, bros. My name is Ladybug.
Bringing it back.
They don't know. They listen to that fucking out of context. That Vanilla Bro 20. Yeah, I said it right. Made. That's on our channel. Out of context, everybody. It's only 2 minutes. Go give it a shot. It's pretty
It's really cool.
Years.
well made.
So on this.
Oh, you can say like, share, subscribe, but I can't shout out a video.
I don't
I'm about to
ever
stick
say
my
that.
finger in your goddamn nose.
Why?
Wet Willie.
You just want to put stuff in me. I think.
I want to put some. I want to put something in one of your holes. Okay.
One of our holes.
Yours.
Oh, one of mine.
Maybe you're the sleeve.
I'm gonna wrap fucking grape airheads around it in my dick.
You already said that.
Put it in your mouth.
You already said that. You're
You
late.
suck it.
You were too early on one and late on the other. All right. So with that said, free gun for opening a bank account. Is that too far
I would open a bank. Yeah, I'll put $50 in there. Fuck it.
for a free gun?
Yeah. What kind?
Your choice.
Okay, so
My choice.
Yes.
Goddamn, give me a bear at 50 cal.
but with that, so with the way you fucking
Where?
open bank accounts anymore,
Well, this
Like-
was the 90.
either way, no.
Early.
Either way.
Let him go. He's watering.
Yeah,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
mean, just dump
Let
it
it-
out, damn it.
Let him water the plants.
But with the information you have to give to open a fucking bank account, that's the same shit they ask for to register a gun. So it's the same information either way. So what's the fucking? Why would that be any different?
Because
Because it's a bank.
If you can't own a gun,
You
2
turn
to
around
1,
and
you
go,
can't fucking
Thanks
open
for
a
my
bank
gun.
account.
Now give me all your money.
if you can't own a gun, you can't have a bank account. But if you can't supply the appropriate information to open a bank account, you probably can't apply or do the same with a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but you know, this movie was.
I get your point, but I'm just saying.
This movie was written by a liberal, the suit not classic liberal, fucking new age, goddamn purple haired.
Yeah, kind of where a lot of
Dumb
these
bitch.
new ideas started.
Yeah, shout out to the fucking purple haired dumb bitches out there. Yeah, you know who you are. You bet you're a feminist too.
Happiness is a warm gun
I'll
montage.
box anybody. Fuck it. Even Brock Lesnar. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, God.
You might beat my ass, but I'll fucking. You get one in.
Happy penis is what?
Penis? It's happy. Happy penis is happy.
Falling off. Bring it back. Bring it back. Residents of Virgin, Utah, a town that passed a law requiring all
Shout out to
residents,
John.
all residents required to own a gun.
Okay.
Wait, so all
What?
have to own a gun? Oh, okay.
It's like Switzerland. I was gonna.
Sir.
You're welcome. Just
That's a clip.
moving on. Moving on. I said it. I know what I said.
Bigger.
Oh my gosh.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
What are we talking about?
I don't know
Yeah, here's-
anymore.
Where we
I
at?
lost control.
What's going on, man?
Kmart
Come on.
refunds.
What the dog do?
Not a joke.
Kmart refunds. Kmart.
Hey, Rick and Morty.
Oh God. Oh God. It's like a bootleg Rick and Morty.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a show idea. It's Rick and Morty, but they're just fucking high on acid.
It's the whole show anyway.
and fucking each other.
Oh, God.
Incest over Jesus, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, he
Idiot.
just came in his cup.
What, I'm trying to read
It's
here.
a bottle. Not a cup.
Oh, making jokes.
Yes. Yes, we are.
What?
Kmart refund.
Oh.
Okay.
For what?
What was the
Missed.
refund?
I'm gonna read it.
If you miss a student, you get a refund.
So in the movie, The Bowling for Columbine, Moore,
Fuck you, Michael Moore.
he took Mark Taylor and Richard Castaldo,
Was that?
along with Brooks Brown, who remains unidentified during the segment.
That's the
Yeah.
shoes.
That's the one that got told to go the fuck home by those two.
Yes. the Troy, Michigan headquarters of American Superstore Kmart to claim a refund on the bullets still lodged in their bodies, which were purchased by the perpetrators at a Kmart store. Moore and the victims wait for hours in the building's lobby, speaking to several Kmart employees who evade the situation.
Bro, hang on. Let's talk about that. Let's break that down.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's like, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Michael Moore with these motherfuckers with bullets in their body trying to get refunds. That's exploitation.
Yes.
So what are you doing? Why? What, are you gonna get fucking 50 cents?
Right.
What's that gonna do for you?
Yeah. Like, how does that fix the problem?
And Brooks Brown. We need to talk about that motherfucker.
All right.
I think he was the
the
third shooter that chickened out. Honestly.
The one
They
that
were
was
like,
told to go home.
right, because he was already in the parking lot. Smoking a cigarette.
And they walked up to him and said, "You were cool or something, so you just need to go home."
Right, and they were friends with him. Eric was, I believe. But he had busted out his window, and Brooks Brown's parents had fucking pressed charges and shit, and he had to do community service and shit.
Damn.
Like, they were cool with him. It wasn't like, yeah, shit happened, you know, you fucking fight with your friends sometimes, but like, I feel like he was supposed to be there with them.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the third member.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Never mind.
I can't do it. My pee-pee's small. Shout out to John. For real, like, I really feel like he was supposed to be. He knew so much about what was going on. And obviously,
To not be some kind of inside man.
right, if you're outside and you're like, okay, I just distance myself, even though I know all this shit, you're not gonna tell anybody.
No.
Like, even with the interviews and shit, you'll tell them little pieces of information that you maybe knew because you knew these people, but you're not gonna fucking incriminate yourself,
No.
Right.
like, because you're a scared little bitch.
That's what it sounds like. That would have been me. But no, I'm not good.
Yeah, take that the fuck out. God
Too
damn.
far.
Yes.
Like an actual too far.
We're gonna, yeah.
We found George's limit.
Yeah. Let's not get the FBI involved. Got too much
All right.
else going on. Hey, I gotta pee.
Let me finish this sentence, and you can go pee.
It's gonna be hard because I like interrupting your sentences. Okay.
Moore then decides to visit Kmart in nearby Sterling Heights, where they purchased the store's entire supply of ammunition, and the three returned to the company headquarters the following day with several members of the local media. The company's vice president of communications quickly sent down to
That was a
address Moore
sentence.
in the press
It's a run-on
and
sentence.
announces that the company will phase out handgun ammunition sales within 90 days. We've won, says Moore, in disbelief. That was more than we asked for.
That was more than a sentence.
I said it all in one breath, though.
All right, we're taking a break, ladies and gentlemen.
My God.
Well, little gentlemen, we'll take a break. Tell you what, come on, man.
Please come back, 'cause we've
We'll
got
be
more.
back for
It's Boom Biden.
the second.
Boom, man.
Well, I can probably work on that.
Or Biden House.
But I tell you, we'll take it back when we
Mine
get
does,
back
I like
here.
that one, too.
We're gonna talk about more of that. Michael
Okay.
Moore. Tell you.
We'll be back right after this. That's the best song.
And while I'm back here, everybody, you got to tell you what. Combine, Michael Moore, Bold Combine.
That's kind of like Bidenhauer, Cosby.
I gotta tell you what, goddamn pudding.
Did
Don't
y'all-
want none.
Did y'all find a couch?
Yes.
Okay, good.
This guy. I'm not doing it. Yeah, no, that's him.
Not me.
That's all him. I didn't know anything about a goddamn couch until this motherfucker right here said something about a couch. I was like, you should make fun of it. And he kept goading me.
I did not. You are goading yourself.
Yeah, you see what I did? See?
Goading all over the
doing good,
place.
motherfucker. Fuck you and your goddamn Yankee meatballs.
Do you know what happened to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me the whole story on Friday.
Okay.
I don't know how to do.
Why don't you tell him? Her wiener broke the couch.
How?
Well, somebody's wiener broke.
Was
the
it
couch.
purple? It's the purple winter bird couch.
This probably isn't for this, but
Yeah, it is.
So this was last week? Last week sometime. Yeah, she got out of the shower. I was sitting on the love seat, and she went to lay on the couch, and she just kind of just plops down. Yeah, she plopped this time, and the whole fucking the back brace literally just.
Amber did?
Yeah.
Fat ass? Goddamn, she's Fatatouille. Jason's gonna marry Fatatouille.
Oh God.
She cooks
She's-
meatballs and.
he's the chef, and Fatatouille's on his head telling him what to do.
Ah! Weighing him down with her titties.
He's like, can't see your titties in
They're like, ah! Smacking and shit.
Edit, manual edit.
Smacking titties in here trying to make meatballs.
See what you're starting.
I'm sorry. I just asked if you got a damn couch.
Did she like run and cannonball in the fucking thing? She's not fucking big.
No, but I mean they're
It
literally
was just on its last legs, I think, at that
Yeah.
point, yeah.
like these are
Goddamn
about
rednecks.
7 years old.
Goddamn Catholics.
Plus they're
I said, did your wiener break the couch?
The wiener just ran out of the way because fucking Big Tit was fucking jumping.
She
Shout out.
just laid them on this shit.
Shout out to our cryptid.
It's just, boom, and just, you should have had the people that designed the stage do your couch.
No, it would have been too small.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
wow. Anywho,
Any colors?
Well, her exact words were, Jason's buying me a new couch.
Ooh.
And I was like, yeah, what else is
Got his ass. She's like, I got the vagina, I get a couch. That's what she said. I was there.
You
were there?
Yeah, last Friday.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
at
yeah,
your-
you were
at your
there.
show, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it.
It was
Yeah.
an awesome show too, wasn't it, George?
And
they
then
played Watchtower.
Then
I love that song.
asked John if she wanted to see the vagina. I was there. Y'all just agreed.
I missed that one.
Y'all just agreed that I was there. I heard everything.
Yeah, but I didn't hear the part about the vagina.
I know. I said it after you agreed that I was there.
Okay. Then it
See how that
counts.
works?
Then it counts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's called a setup. That's called a setup,
She
sir.
tried to get me to go home with her, and Jason doesn't think what happened.
I'm not surprised.
My God.
You should one time.
I
Fuck
did
it.
one time.
No. Go home for real.
My house?
Go home with them.
Oh. No, Jason will try to put it in my butt.
He might not.
She might
No.
try to put it in my butt.
She might.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's scary.
Okay, don't go home with them. That motherfucker's way too big.
No.
I ain't even seen it. Okay, I've not seen it.
Are you sure?
I've not. I just know how many you've taken and how big it needs to be so you can feel it. It's an assumption.
It's like this now, though. It's back to normal. It's not out here. Like
You gotta expand your comfort zone.
yes. No. It's not how I'm gonna expand my comfort zone with like this.
Yeah.
It'd be more like this.
Yeah. Gotta expand your comfort zone.
Go back to the
This is your
raccoon.
I'm
comfort.
not comfortable.
Look, this right here is your comfort zone. You need to expand it.
Nope.
I think he's starting like right there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh God, it's orange. Oh, shout out to Donald. Bigger.
Shepherd.
But
No. Every time. Anywho.
Shout out to Jacob. Fuck you, Jacob. Little bitch.
anywho's,
Do you want to get into this now then?
Hey, we're back. You didn't welcome
We're
us
back.
back.
We're
Oh, we're
back.
just running this.
Yeah.
Don't forget to edit 107.
I got it marked.
Okay, God, we ain't doing that.
No.
That needs to come
I
out
said
of that.
no, by the way, so.
No. I said cut that shit out. Anyways,
So what happened on October 1st, 2017? Anybody?
I banged your mom.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I said your mom.
Who's your mom?
Never mind, go.
Alright. On October 1st, 2017.
What's up, dog?
You got me with that today.
Okay.
Or was that yesterday? Anyway.
It was one day.
Turn into work.
A mass shooting occurred when
What? Me?
64-year-old
I was about to fucking punch you in the nose.
Stephen Paddock opened fire on a crowd attending the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival on the Las Vegas
We just
Strip
took a herd direct.
in Nevada.
A what?
A herd direct.
Murder bird.
I'm fucking
Drunk.
boom Biden.
Boom Biden.
Bidenhauser. I like that.
Okay, I'm good. Yeah, that's better.
Sounds like a beer.
You said that already.
He did. I didn't. I just.
You said that already. Fucking Kool-Aid over there.
So there was another mass shooting.
Look, come on.
Okay. I'm never gonna do this one.
So
This
she
place
said,
is a hotel.
No, she was down for me.
well,
She
yeah.
was telling you to meet Matt
Yeah,
Ball.
She wanted me to do it.
Fucking 45 seconds in, she's talking about her Momo's goddamn triple bypass and the last meal she had in case she died. Bro, if you can't, she's like punching you in the fucking face with signs because you listen so well. You can punch her in the vagina with your dick.
Very aggressive. You need a contract.
Don't be me.
Okay, I won't. That's the best advice you've ever given me.
Always listen to George.
But don't be me.
Don't. It's a bad idea.
Anywho,
You'll find hard roads.
Okay, so I bring up the Vegas
Hard
shooting.
penises if it's you.
No. I bring up this because we had this conversation.
CIA, run.
That's not
I'm leaving.
where I'm going with this, but okay. No, you can't leave yet. Is there a difference between what? Stop
what?
farting. Is there a difference between what happened in
They
Columbine
don't smell.
versus the Las Vegas shooting? So you have a school shooting versus a mass shooting.
So, differences.
Yes.
You think so?
Is there? That's the question.
So I would go back to the original plan that the ones in Columbine had, where they were going to shoot them coming out of the
from far.
So same concept.
Same
Like,
concept.
Yeah, he like. Could he have killed more if he had just ran down there and fucking started shooting motherfuckers? Maybe.
Probably.
Okay, so in both parties, they were pussies. You've said this, not me. I'm using your words.
When I said,
Back when you said the other two were pussies because they didn't want to see him killing people. They
prove
just
that.
rewind. They do smell a little bit, just so you know.
It's my breath.
A little bit.
My breath.
It's the
Yeah.
tacos.
Or the infection I have in my
I'm
mouth.
so glad I can't smell right now.
What?
I was kidding.
You have COVID?
So I got recalls.
Got infected over here and COVID over here. What the fuck am I doing in the middle?
Getting a good coating is what you're doing.
Wait! Hang on. How you didn't tell us?
Why didn't you tell us?
Oh yeah, that. God.
He told me.
I came up with how you didn't tell us. Because
That's a new one.
God.
That's got to be somewhere on here. You didn't tell us.
That's a t-shirt.
How you didn't tell us.
Wow. Anywho,
Jason's got COVID. And we're
don't
sitting
have
in here.
COVID.
Motherfucker, you can't smell.
it's allergies.
Because it's stopped up, not because he can't.
It's allergies. That
Yeah.
sounds like COVID.
COVID doesn't even sound like COVID anymore.
But they're about to lock us down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again.
have you heard about the fucking emergency test?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the one that's supposed to come to like everybody's phone or whatever.
October 4th.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Not just phones, though.
Like everything, right? Like streaming services, everything. Like everything should have.
Tablet, everything.
Yeah.
Does that seem a little weird?
It does.
See? I'm not the only... Fucking Yankees the only one that fucking trusts the government.
I'm doing it.
Well, see, because I think their whole
my idea.
the whole thing is it used to be the emergency broadcast system, but it was only on, like, either satellite or cable TVs. Like, you had to be hooked up
Radio.
to get it, or radio, whatever. But either way, like, now you have streaming services. Streaming services, you know, they're just fucking internet. It's like you're watching YouTube. So it's like there was no way to integrate that. So now with the new system, yeah, that stops everything. Now they can alert you no matter what.
And like, so you get those push notifications and sounds.
Yeah.
Like for the Amber Alerts or the severe weather.
Yeah.
You can turn those off.
Right.
This one you can't.
Right. It's like supposed to be like in all the
they
updates that
preparing
just
us?
happened. It's supposed to like be mandated.
Are they
Like,
preparing us for something?
So, I watched the clip on a movie.
what's the movie?
I don't know. That's what I need help with. For real. Like, I want to find the movie and watch it, but. So,
Okay.
these alerts go out through these phones,
Uh-huh.
and everybody's got an earpiece and shit, like everybody does nowadays, AirPods and shit.
Mhm.
But it pretty much it fucks them up.
Okay.
And I don't know the dude's name, so I can't help you there. But we'll fucking discuss it, and
The
I'll
darker
see if
guy.
No. That's gonna take 18 hours based on the description. I just can't. There's no way anybody finds
Just
that.
let the water kick in. Just keep on.
That's what he does, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Remember when he had to look up how many viewers we had? That's not what he does.
3 hours later.
He's really good at putting our videos up
yeah.
and shorts and. I said what I know what I said. Don't look at me like that. You rewind the video at this point and watch his face right there. I'm giving you credit.
I thought you were kidding. That's fine.
All right, what are we talking about?
So Mr. Paddock fired more than 1,000 bullets, killing 60
on.
people and wounding at least 413.
Yeah,
Those are-
rewind.
Paddock.
You want to be all fucking like, oh, this sucks. This happened. We don't want any association. We're not glad it happened. Don't call him Mr. Paddock. He doesn't deserve that shit. Fuck that dude.
Okay.
If he actually did it, which I don't necessarily believe, Mr. Paddock, no.
Have you seen the video?
Don't fuck Paddock.
Okay. I'm done with that.
DFP.
Have you seen the video of the SWAT, or was it SWAT, or whoever that went in?
Whatever, yeah.
You've seen that video? There was guns, were guns, everywhere. Everywhere. In every corner of that room, there were stashes of ammunition and guns.
Yeah, he had a lot of fun. And so they used this to try to ban bump stocks.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said he didn't have fully automatic
Right,
rifles,
right,
but he
right.
had bump stocks on some of them.
And they had video of him coming in with different suitcases daily.
And even getting helped into the
Yeah,
back
up to
entrance.
the- exactly.
Yeah, by the Bill Ops. Like, oh yeah, you've been here so much, you can fucking.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So why do you think it's CIA? What's your theory on that? Do you want to say it now?
I feel like, so, I can't remember. So, he was on the 32nd floor. And above that was the Four Seasons, which was owned by, like, some fucking Haji motherfuckers. But.
Shout out to our Middle Eastern listeners.
Fuck them. But, like, it just seems too convenient. Like, why did he break out 2 windows? Right? And how did he... So we saw the fucking suitcases. So, okay, I'll get to the point. It seems like a gun buy with someone that went wrong. He got killed. And they were like, fuck it, let's set him up. And there were that many guns in there, but broken down in as many suitcases as he had, there could have been way more. So let's just set him up, kill a bunch of people, and fucking he'll get blamed. We'll get the rest of the guns.
The story of that will go out,
Yeah.
and no one will even question what's going on.
And I know there are plenty of people who go into Vegas and make money off of fucking gambling, but their livelihood, like his last job was like a postal worker or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah, and he had lost all his money in Vegas.
Yeah, he had nothing. Like, you don't. I don't know. You can be good at fucking video poker, but you ain't retiring at fucking.
No.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and you done got a mail order bride that you done sent back home and sent $100,000. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
There's a
Come
lot
on.
to this
Pat,
story.
man, come on.
Pause. 2081. That's the name of the movie.
Oh, God. Is it?
Yeah. Harrison Bergeron is the main character. That's who the story's about.
Let me see his face.
Let's see.
How could you find that quicker than how many people listen to our podcast?
Because
This is a valid question, right?
We're waiting on an answer, motherfucker. Because he was texting Amber.
Ah.
Now they're more secure. It's okay.
Is that it?
No.
Really?
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
Huh.
I mean, maybe. Maybe that's the crazy guy, okay. But who's the other guy in it? There's another guy. Go ahead, John. What are you talking about?
Same thing.
Motherfucker Paulus, he said. Oh, it works. Wow.
How many of the 1,000 bullets
Hi,
he shot?
my name is.
What?
How many guns
name
did he
is-
use?
Who?
My name is.
Okay.
Chicken.
How many guns did he actually use?
I mean, a handful. It wasn't all.
So he didn't use the
What?
800 guns that were all around the whole entire place.
What? Okay, so how many guns were there?
I don't think I got that
27 to 40, somewhere in that range. With tons of fucking ammo and magazines.
Right. So much ammunition. I don't have an actual.
So, how many did he use? I'd say about 7. If that. Does it say that?
Here's 24 firearms,
Okay, 24.
a large quantity of ammunition, and numerous high-capacity magazines capable of holding up to 100 rounds apiece were found in this suite. AR-10 type rifles, 308 calibers. I have no idea anything about guns, so AR-15s, AR-10s.
So the AR-15's a 5.56 or a fucking 2.23, and a fucking AR-10's the 308. I don't know if the civilian round is, or maybe that's the civilian round.
They were the AR-10 rifles were equipped with various telescopic sights and mounted bipods.
And he actually measured this shit out. Like, they found notes where, like, he was like, okay, calculation, boom, boom. If I shoot this trajectory, bam, bam.
So that was him, but you're saying that might not have been him. That was
Was it him?
planted. I don't know. I wasn't there. Reportedly, that was him.
So,
Supposedly.
Yeah.
with the videos from the crowd that he shot at, while Jason Aldean's playing, you can hear a couple pops beforehand, and it's assumed that whoever's shooting is making sure their trajectory's right. I don't know how you do that with single rounds unless you could see a person fall, but you're not aiming at the fucking people from that high up and that distance. You're not aiming at them, you're aiming above them.
So yeah, because your bullets are going to drop a bit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's always a parabola.
Parabola?
Yeah, that thing.
Parabola.
What'd you find out? Who's the other guy?
Okay, so
Jason's like, I just want to talk. That's why he doesn't talk. Because he's fucking looking shit up. Just don't worry about it. We'll look it up.
Paddock was found to have fired a total of 1,058 rounds from 15 of the firearms.
They're the actors.
1,049 from 12 AR-15 style rifles, 8 from 2 AR-10 style rifles, and the round used to kill himself from the Smith & Wesson revolver. He killed himself with a Smith & Wesson revolver.
So there was a big stink about that too. The way they found his body, his legs were crossed, And they're saying he wouldn't have landed like that had he killed himself and fell down. That's so back in the day when YouTube was fucking cool, you could look up shit like this, like Planet Nibiru or Planet X,
Oh,
as
yeah,
they
we
call
talked
it.
about that.
Fucking this shit, the Vegas massacre, fucking conspiracies. Like there was one dude I used to watch, and I think the video is still up, where he actually. Not rented, but booked the room that he used, which they've changed it up so much so people won't do that.
Right.
But, and it's just like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't, I don't know. Good.
All right. The shooting prompted support in Congress for assault weapons legislation.
Who would have thunk it?
That would ban bump stocks, which you mentioned. Many congressional Democrats and some Republicans expressed support. House leaders said that the issue of bump stock regulation should be decided by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, which originally approved bump stocks. The NRA came out in favor of administrative bump stock regulations. Firearms retailers reported increased consumer interest in bump stocks.
Yeah, that's because they bought a lot of that shit before they got banned.
Yeah.
So, here's a random question for you. What does alcohol and tobacco have to do with firearms? And why
Why is it roped together?
Yep. Bureaucracy, that's why. Fucking CIA.
I think because there's a lot of money in those three things.
Well, that and you also have to think.
Well,
so
yeah, you can't buy fucking tobacco seeds and plant your own tobacco.
Nope.
Exactly.
Which is fuck
Regulated.
Oh. Okay, not that.
Well, see, my point of bringing up...
Jason had a point.
but it's going into like, look at your demographic too. The people that buy the most alcohol and the people that buy the most tobacco also buy the most guns.
What are you trying to say?
It's also the biggers. It's not just you.
They get theirs illegally.
But still, but it doesn't matter. But either way, it's the same demographic.
So it's systemic racism, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bullshit. Systemic racism against rednecks.
Basically, what you're doing is exactly what the government wants you to do.
Good.
Buying alcohol, buying tobacco, and buying firearms. Maybe getting firearms.
But their way.
They don't want us to buy firearms. Because I'm going to fight them.
But yeah, the reason why I bring this up
Manual edit.
is because really this discussion I want it to be about gun control. Is there any way to control
No.
guns
Not at this point.
Nope.
in the United States? Because they've
Nope.
done it in other places, obviously, which I don't know if that's really control. Because in my opinion,
Oh, it's control, but it's not of firearms. It's of people.
It's of the people, not
So
the guns.
let's talk about Australia. Right? So, I don't remember what year it was. We can look that up. But they pretty much made it mandatory to turn your guns in. And if you didn't, they came to your house, they took your guns. If there was any kind of struggle, you were obviously put in jail for a long time. Alright, so, which led to what? Anybody? Recently, let's talk about COVID. In the COVID pandemic, in Australia, motherfuckers were rounded up if they were suspected of fucking being in contact with somebody with COVID and put into a mandatory quarantine camp, right? Which was a concentration camp.
Yeah.
So, you see where that leads. Like, don't let them take your guns.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go to, like, say...
Don't get me fucking going.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring this up, because I know you have strong feelings and opinions about this.
Just like look at the UK as well. Like, so the UK,
They can only
super
have
strict
knives.
fucking
Yep.
but then
They can't even have knives at this point, right?
right, but they still do. So they're trying to now do the same kind of control with pretty much any kind of weapon. They're trying to control them just like they already do their guns, but it doesn't matter. Just like the criminals do here with guns. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of fucking laws you put down, they're gonna find ways. People are people. They will find ways to do shit. They will find ways to fuck shit up. That's one thing people are really fucking good at.
So I think one of the things in America at this point is a lot of people, I guess you would call them conservatives in America today, are saying if you ban guns, law-abiding citizens won't have guns. But the criminals who are using the guns probably the most are still going to have those guns.
Yeah.
So you're leaving your population defenseless.
Right.
You're not punishing the people that need to be punished.
Right.
And it's even worse now because you're still not, like motherfuckers shoplifting in California. You're not punishing them.
Yeah, no.
Like you can steal $998 worth of shit.
As long as it's not over $1,000, then you don't.
Misdemeanor.
Yep. You get a fucking slap on the wrist and go home.
And
Like,
they know
what the
that
fuck?
too, because they'll steal just that much.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where okay, it's a prime example of people though taking shit into their own hands, but then you've got these shop owners, especially like the mom and pop shops that are like going in and they're raising their prices on everything by $1,000. And then when you get to the register, they give you a little coupon, and it's like, however many items. It's like, okay, you got 20 items, so here's $20,000 off your order today. And then it goes back out.
I don't think that's the math.
If you got 20 items, it's 1,000. Take 20,000 off. Anyways.
No, he's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. He joined me.
He did!
We just turned
You
into
just took him to the
Jacobs.
dark side. Jesus.
No, I was wrong. And you were wrong with
You just
me.
followed right along.
I wasn't
I
really.
appreciate
He's the
it.
people.
I
Oh
was
my
just
God.
listening to him and
I'm the people's champ.
always listen to George.
Anyways.
What's wrong?
That was not be like George.
So that like, to me, that's the whole thing of if the people, like, the people themselves will make the right fucking decision. Like, the rightful people will make the right decisions. So why not let the people make the right decisions? That's the whole fucking point of the Constitution. The whole point of the country was built for the people. Unlike fucking recently said by Biden himself, where we the people means the fucking government. Fuck off. No, it does not. We the people means the people. So trust your fucking people to make the right decision.
So we've turned into a society of the haves and have-nots.
Yes.
Like, and it's always been that way. Not necessarily like to this extreme, but let's use another fucking cliche. Rules for thee and not for me. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want us to have guns, but they're armed or they're protected by people with guns, right? Like, because
Yeah.
Yep. But they're protecting you from the people that you don't want to have guns. So it's like, what the fuck's, how does this weigh out? Like, how is this fair? How is this right? How is,
And if you want to go a step farther, the people with guns. Let's talk about the military.
Probably have the most guns.
I'd say 60% of people in the military are not going to turn their guns on Americans.
Yeah.
But you have that 40%.
Yes.
There's your problem.
Yeah.
Like, they're okay with having guns because it's righteous, I guess, or just. But what do you do with that? Like, because at that point, if that fractures, those 60% say, nah, we're not doing this. Those 40% still have all those tanks. They still have all those fucking planes. They have all those fucking nukes. They have
Yep.
anything. They have everything, all the money in the world at their fucking exposure or to their.
Yep.
Yeah. Words.
Yeah. And that's saying you need to go start heading towards a whole fucking, like, Judge Dredd kind of society there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big fear of mine is
So do you?
having no control at all.
Here's a question for you two, and I'll just keep my opinion to myself on this one because I want to hear y'all's.
Okay.
And you may not have one, Mr. Yankee. But how close, or are we close at all, or is it about to happen to a civil war? Because you think about there's already conflict in the streets, right?
Right.
And it's not necessarily two factions, but it is. It's just not spun that way.
Right.
You got a righteous faction based on who's running the country at this point. And then you have the people that are opposed to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want fucking trannies reading books to my kids about sex.
Right.
But these motherfuckers have people running around setting fires, destroying cities over shit like this, or a fucking cop killing a black dude.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stop this? But how close do you think we're close to a civil war?
I think we're more divided than we ever have been.
Yeah.
Yes.
On purpose.
Yep.
And I think that was part of the agenda.
Yeah.
It started
It's all
long
predetermined.
ago.
Well, see, that's my thing. I don't think
That's deep.
Yeah.
I don't think it really started that long ago. I think this is very much based off of what you mean by long ago, because like I don't think this is something that's come about within the last. I'll put a timestamp on it of maybe 60 years, maybe. So I would say probably like 70s to 80s is when stuff really kind of started going sideways. Because you got to think, because I mean, if
I would go back to the 50s.
Yeah, I would say probably the 50s.
possibly, yeah.
I think if you go back to riots and racism, the early 50s was probably the start of it. It was separate.
Well, see, I think,
yeah, we're gonna call it racism. We're gonna call it because of slavery. We're gonna call it because you're black and I'm white.
right,
But really, it's just a matter of dividing.
yeah,
Anybody that sides with the black people, whether they're white or any other race, you're part of them now. We're
Yeah.
dividing up. This is who you guys support. This is what we believe is right.
right. But see, but I think so. I don't think necessarily that was the start of it, but I think that's where the idea came from. And the only reason I say that is because, like, prime example is my whole family. Like, my mom. My mom is the youngest of 9. And she remembers she was in elementary school here in Cherryville when segregation ended. Like, she remembers when they first started letting the black families bring their kids into the schools with them. And, like, even here, like, granted, we are obviously very... I mean, Cherryville, North Carolina, you're talking like you're getting the whole Deep South thing.
Oh yeah.
But even here, it was not nearly as fucking bad and as amped up as they portray it in fucking movies and on fucking any kind of documentary, anything like that. Like, it was not nearly, like, to them and to any other family, it was like, it was different. And there was a little pushback, but it still was like, after a few weeks, it was like any other fucking day. And then life just went on.
So that...
But I think they took that little bit of pushback and they took that spark and were like, we could do something with
Cause
this.
a big fire.
Exactly.
So we could go the other way here. I'll be the devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
The perspective you're giving is from a child.
Right.
So she didn't know no better.
Right.
Like, she didn't really fucking care, like, what was going on. But
Right.
the adults around all of those kids is what
Probably outraged.
created the hostilities, I think.
Right.
Kids didn't like it. Let's just get me in the school safe and we're good.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care if I got a bigger friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, and that's even, but, because I've even heard my grandfather talk about it. And also, he was the adult in the situation back then. And it was a different viewpoint. It was different wordings, but like he remembered whenever they started doing it at Carolina Freight, even like the main fucking provider for this town for decades. Like, you remember whenever they first started actually letting them have normal jobs, I mean, within the company, and even driving and stuff.
You can't say letting them.
Oh my god.
Can't.
It's in context. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it. Damn it.
It's not anymore because I'm gonna quit this.
I just broke it. But, and yet again, like, different phrasing, different wording for him. But at the same time, it was just like, okay, this is different. You know, we just gotta. It took a little bit of getting used to, but yet again, it was still not as it always has been portrayed, especially in our lifetime, especially in the now fucking very liberal, very reparation, very we need pay. Like, there's so much of it that is way out of fucking proportion now.
And here we are 60, 70 years later, and we're still talking about
Right.
No,
that
I
specific
disagree.
agenda.
Nope. I disagree. I think it's changed.
We're
Because
still
it's not about black and white anymore. It's about gay and straight.
Yeah.
Now
It's got two different
right.
two different viewpoints now.
Yep.
That's my point.
You got two different perspectives, but it's changed because the black and white thing stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And because we go to work every day. And I don't know who you work with anymore, but we go to work every day, and it's fucking all colors.
Yeah.
And I don't look at you any different because you're a different color.
No.
And you don't look at me any different because I'm a different color. And it's just. So that stopped working, and they were like, fuck, we gotta find something else.
Yep.
That's why you got all this fucking LGBTQ shit.
Yep. And that's the thing, and like you can see, like prime example is pull back the whole George Floyd thing. Like, they tried to bring that back. They tried to use that as the fire yet again. It didn't work. It worked for all of maybe 6 months. And then once people saw that they're fucking using us, once it became clear that there was no fucking sides, it was just like, this is bullshit all the way around. This is fucking bullshit. And that all that's happening is other people are fucking dying and getting hurt and everything else. Businesses are fucking getting ruined just because of this one stupid incident that literally was no fucking big deal. I'm sorry, I don't care who that pisses off. Like, it should have been a one news story at the end of the night fucking thing and done.
Yeah.
But
the motherfucker was high. He overdosed.
Yeah.
He didn't get fucking strangled or choked or fucking suffocated.
Yeah.
He fucking overdosed.
Yep. And not to mention, then I'll start the whole BLM movement off of that, and now you got these fucking...
Wait, how'd that go, everybody? How'd that go? BLM movement. Where's that at now? Oh, the head.
Well, they
of
made
that,
their millions, and now they're fucking just
and
living
bought
large
houses,
for the people.
right? Yeah. They didn't help the fucking black people.
Nope.
That like legit need help,
Yeah.
or any people
They
that
made their
legit
money
need help.
Yep. Yeah, now with the
You got
fucking
their
the
money and
housing
bought
crisis and the
money,
fucking
or, bought houses.
food crisis and everything else going on, where they fucking at? Like, why aren't they speaking up now?
Yeah.
Because they got their fucking millions. They're in their fucking houses. They can afford everything. So, fuck your people. So you opened up a whole can of worms on this one.
Now the new agenda is gay or straight, right? So,
Is
there other things?
Well, okay, so
Well, it's gay or straight, and also their other biggest push is the whole conservative versus liberal thing.
I feel like LGB is where you need to fucking stop, because that group of people are fucking normal. Like, yeah, you like the same sex or both, but once you get past that, LGBTQIA plus,
Yeah.
like, come on.
Well, so I'll even take this a little bit further. So if you want to even get into the whole, even into a little bit of the trans thing, like prime examples, like into like the RuPaul kind of world, like into the whole like actual, not what they're fucking pushing now, but into what used to be like the drag community and all that. There again, they weren't fucking hurting anybody. They did their shit in their own environments, and that was it.
Hey,
they did what they wanted to do, and that was it.
But we grew up watching RuPaul.
Exactly.
We did, and it's like, that's a little weird, but okay.
Yeah.
It's not like, you better call me a fucking woman or I'll beat your ass.
And you knew fucking obviously
Like a
all these
man.
clubs and shit. You knew that they would have drag nights and shit,
Yes.
like on certain nights of the week. It was something that just happened.
It was
No
entertaining.
one gave a shit.
Dude,
But once they turned
I
that into, you have to call me this.
Once it
This is
became
where
a
I
pushed
draw the line.
agenda is
Yes.
when it's like,
I would
fuck
legit not
That's even for
mind
me.
going to a fucking drag show.
off. Right.
I think it would be fucking fun. Like, I need some music and shit. Like,
Go
you do your
weird.
thing. you do your thing up there. I don't want to see your fucking ass crack.
Right, yeah.
But, or your dick, ma'am. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I guess it goes, so let's go back to small towns.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
Let me make the decision.
Yeah, don't make me, don't try to make me conform to what you want.
Right.
Like, do your thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you leave me alone.
Right.
Let me do my thing. Because I'm going to let you do yours.
But if you don't think that way, then you're on this side of that fence, right?
There's not a lot of people that don't think that way, I don't believe. I mean, there are some.
Yeah.
Obviously, back to segregation.
Yeah.
There are some, but it's not what they make it out to be.
Right.
And like, and prime example is like there's just one TikToker I'll follow or whatever, and the dude like
Gay.
he is.
China app.
No.
I meant TikTok.
But anyways,
Fuck you, China and the CCP.
but the dude and his boyfriend like they've wanted to come to like America because they wanted to see they've seen all the good stuff and they've seen all the bad stuff that's portrayed, especially in the UK TVs, as far as like how fucking stupid Americans are, and especially in the South, and all this kind of stuff. So they're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna start in Florida." I don't think they want to do the whole Disney World thing, so we're gonna start in Florida. But then we're gonna make our way North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas. We're gonna do kind of like just a tour of the South kind of deal.
Just don't go to fucking Arkansas and Mississippi. Just stay out of there. They still hate black people, I think.
Either way, anyways. But and literally coming here and even off of their media, let alone what we see, but off of their media, like fucking like that's his big thing is how like wrong everything is portrayed and how like fucking just twisted from their news to fucking the news in Germany to fucking news here to just how everything's fucking manipulated. Cause like literally out in the open fucking gay couple from the UK, fucking British accents, everything. He said like some of their most welcoming like experiences were in small towns in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, fucking just stopping to get like at diners, like mom and pop shops.
Like, oh hey honey.
Exactly.
Yep.
And didn't give a shit that they were sitting together, didn't give a shit they were gay, didn't give a shit they had the fucking British accent, like they didn't care.
Like, y'all kiss if you want to.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck in front of my kids.
Exactly.
But that goes for anyone.
Except for me.
So that's a great discussion. I think we covered a lot right there.
How the hell do we get from Columbine to this?
Well, from gun control.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
hey,
that's what we do.
Hey, like, share, and subscribe.
That's a parking lot.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Right there.
Left turns.
I looked at y'all like this.
Yeah.
Like pointing at the camera, but looking at y'all. Blow your smoke in my fucking face one more time.
Here we go with this shit again.
God damn it, Amber. Yeah, that's your new name. That's what you get.
Yeah. Yes.
Made him hold it in his throat.
So, what is the
Oh,
Keep
God.
Americans Safe Act?
I don't know. Well, what were we talking about? Let's talk about it some more.
That's part of it right here. That's what I was trying to get at here.
Keep America safe. I think America's pretty safe, except for if you go to a big city.
Anyway, so what is
Shout
it?
out to black people.
It's an act in which
Yes.
the government would ban
Fucked
magazines
them up.
It did.
that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition.
Like Playboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather you throw a Playboy at my son than shoot him. There's
do.
times. There's
I
times.
do both. Not with a gun, though.
No.
With semen.
Okay. Which one? Because
Marcus.
okay, he's
Yeah.
old enough. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know what
I was like,
I know what I said.
So how was that for gun control? A magazine with only 10 or less in it.
So a lot of that has to do with they justify. I feel like 10-round magazines. So we're talking about ARs at this point.
Yeah.
They justify it as, oh, we got fucking. We hunt with them. Okay, well, you only need 10 rounds to kill a fucking buck.
No. Do you?
If you're good, you
If
only
you're
need
good,
one.
you
But
probably only need the one round, right?
Right.
Yeah.
that's like we were using fucking muskets back in the day.
But, like, exactly. That's why it doesn't make sense.
So do we need magazines that are bigger than 10 rounds?
Why not? Like, if I go to, so, thinking like a normal, logical fucking person, if I go to the fucking shooting range and I have to change my magazine every fucking 10 times I shoot, it's kind of fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like, really, bigger magazines to me are for fucking
Uh-huh.
recreation
Yeah.
or sport.
Not for mass shootings.
Sure, they're gonna use them for that.
Is
That's the exception, not the rule.
Gotcha. Is there a difference between a guy who goes to their local, let's say Walmart, right, with an AR and shoots until he's shot, or a guy that walks into their local Walmart with a crossbow?
So okay, fun fact. Here in Cherville, I went and looked for I needed a hatchet. They're just sitting out. They're in sheaths because
You can definitely get them without the sheath.
the sheath is fucking.
It's got a button on it.
Yeah,
Punch the button.
the sheath is part of the price, right? It's part of the fucking here. You should buy this because here's a sheath and it'll hook to your belt. You could walk down the fucking aisle in Walmart, grab one of those, unsheath it, and fucking
Hack away.
and no one in the store would know except for the people around you until someone screamed.
Yeah, and which again, if you're good at what you do, ain't no one gonna fucking know.
So that's my point.
Unless you fuck up.
Is it the guns that are the problem or the people that are the problem?
Yes, the people.
Yeah.
And people, hey, hang on, I know where you're going.
Okay.
Mental health, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's video games. No,
It's not video games.
it's not video games.
No, because those motherfuckers that are playing those video games don't want to go out of the house anyway
I've
to go
played-
shoot a bunch of people up.
I've played video games
My
for
whole life.
30 fucking years. Yeah. Like,
And not to mention, anybody that makes that fucking argument, like, okay, we made this fucking comment all the way back in the Columbine thing, but go back to mass hangings, go back to mass executions, go back to what, like, so how is that any different? How is it any different from someone playing a simulated version to someone actually watching it happen in person? To, like, a 10-year-old being handed a sword back in fucking, like, medieval times being told, hey, look, you're gonna go fucking kill those guys over there on that field.
that was me. I was
Yeah.
a Viking.
Yeah.
So how is that, or like if you want to use that argument, then go back to even like fucking farmers. Okay, so why aren't farmers more violent? Because they raise their kids to fucking slaughter their own fucking meat. So like you know how to bleed out a pig. So how is that any different than bleeding on a human?
Which is an early sign of a serial killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Killing animals.
So,
Granted, it's
But
small
yet again,
animal.
so there again, this going it
I couldn't finish
ties
the word
one in,
there.
ties into the same thing yet again. Okay, so that's an early sign of a serial killer. So then, if you're going with video games equals gun violence bullshit, so why don't farmers equal serial killers?
yeah. I mean,
Because
that's-
especially now with fucking PETA and everything, it's like torture animals.
I've played Goat Simulator.
Oh god, wrong kind of game.
I didn't say I fucked the goat.
you didn't say you didn't either.
I didn't. Y'all don't know, okay?
So,
It was a simulation.
I fucked the shit out of it.
yeah, in VR.
With a fucking shovel.
Oh god. Anywho, colors.
Shout out
So-
to Jason.
So, okay.
Wow.
Follow me just for a second. The government creates these agendas for all of the people to follow. Some that do
Turned into Joe.
might have a psychotic episode based off of this, fall away from the herd a bit, kill a few people. They make that the story because, oh, that person was this way and that's why they did what they did. So that's why even now you have to be on our side.
So hang
'Cause
on.
you don't want to be that guy.
How many of those people are on pharmaceuticals?
I don't know.
A lot of them.
Probably a bunch.
Like, so I said that, and I thought about the Aurora, Colorado
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not just that one. There's so many of these people that do these things like this. Terrible, terrible things.
But this
You're
terrible
welcome.
thing happens, yeah. And then
But,
they go,
yeah.
well, this is why.
But
Because we
it-
need to control guns. Right?
Without the other aspects, yeah. So I have mental illnesses. Like, I have BPD, and I don't think about shit like that. Like, that's not what I want to do, but I'm supposed to. If you listen to the narrative,
Right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You're exactly right.
Does it, so let's go even more basic. Does it go back to just self-control?
I think once you drink the Kool-Aid.
So, wait, but if you have a nymphomaniac.
Nice.
No contracts.
Any use?
You don't need one though.
No, not for
like, you can be a nymphomaniac and fucking not do
still operate in
what
society.
your fucking brain says all
Exactly.
the fucking time. Like, you have to be able to control that. And as fucked up as all three of us are, really. Like,
We just don't do those things.
self-control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference between right and wrong.
Yep.
We know what that is.
Which, okay, so that's like, so
I still
one
don't
thing
like
that I've
it.
always kind of wondered is, especially when you get your psychiatric evaluations, all that kind of stuff. Like, one of their big focuses they always ask and they always have to have the answer to is self-harm. They always have to ask, have you ever thought about doing anything to yourself?
So I went to the doctor and that was a question.
Is it really?
Have you ever? Yeah, like one of the first questions. All
Yeah,
right.
and that's basic
toothache?
question now at all
Yeah.
fucking like physicals. Yeah, that's one of their first ones.
Have you had in the past however many days have you had thoughts of harming yourself or others? Was the question.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many days.
I mean,
2
I
weeks?
wanted to kill myself because my tooth hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Does that count?
That's the thing, but I don't
You know
know
what
if
I
y'all-
mean? Like,
No, I legit said, hey, I wanted to hurt people because I was hurting them. And they were getting on my fucking nerves.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Not in those words, but it was like,
You were more polite than
maybe
that.
others. Because, pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pain
But
makes
that-
me want to hurt.
or others thing, that wasn't always part of it. Like, that's kind of just
Yeah, that's a
now
good thing.
started to become a thing. So it's like, to me, why is that not? The fact that's not is downplayed so much in, like, in the details of, like, of the mass shootings or of the whatever, and it's more up to, it's more gun control or more this, more that. It's like,
Steering that
was
narrative
there
once again.
any underlying fucking causes? Like, why did it get to this point?
So let's talk about that for a second and take it back to LGBTQ.
Okay.
The T in that, their suicide rate, like the ones that actively try to transition, is close to 50%. Like, so is it because they tried to transition, or is it because there's something wrong with them? It's the same thing. I'm not no bashing of the trans community.
Right.
YouTube. But if there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you. If you don't get it fucking treated, well, you don't even have, I won't even say treated. If it's not diagnosed and you don't acknowledge it as a problem,
Right.
then it's gonna become a problem, or it's just gonna stay a problem. However you want to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, speaking as someone from the Quab or whatever the hell fucking word you want to call that,
Now you're part of the good part.
the legib.
Yeah, legit.
Legib.
What am
Shout
I?
out to legit. You're gay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just accept it.
But especially now, like
Shout
we
out
talked
to
earlier,
Kane.
but it's the whole the super push of information that's like an acceptance and all this kind of shit that's like not fucking warranted. Like there's way too much false information and wrong information out there now that's being shoved down people's throats that I think that's why that rate is so high, because you have like that's what pisses me off most about it, is because you're pushing this on especially kids that already the world's already fucked up as it is. Like there's already way more questions than even when I was fucking growing up. That happened that long ago.
Yeah.
Like there's so many fucking questions to life now that like should
long
not be
ago.
questions anymore.
Long ago for you.
Yeah, I know. He was there when they wrote the books, but
I wrote
so
the first one.
the fact that you've got all these kids that are already questioning way more than I even fucking was when I was younger, and then on top of that, then you're feeding them all this fucking false information. You're letting it be fed to them to the point that they're questioning everything,
How's it being fed to them?
through social media mostly.
Fucking screens, man.
Yeah.
We didn't have those, so we didn't really think about that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was just, let's go ride our bikes.
I was just gonna say the only thing I thought about as a kid was, is my bike chain gonna pop off while I'm riding around this trail or something? You know what I mean? Like that was the. I didn't even know my parents were going through a divorce until they told me.
Right.
Like I was clueless to all that, and I can't imagine now being a kid and being fed all this garbage, 24/7, and even having a clue who the hell I am at that point.
So,
Right.
So
And that's like, well,
what makes it worse is it's in school too. And again, it goes back to it's being in the media and being made to seem worse than it is. But there are teachers out there that are like, I want them to recognize me for who I am and blah blah blah. That doesn't fucking matter. You're there to educate.
right.
Yes, who you're fucking or
Yeah.
who you
And
want to be.
that's the thing, for
doesn't
God's
matter.
sakes, like,
Did you know your teacher's fucking husband or wife?
no.
Like, or if they were married, or if they had kids.
No.
I knew
No,
one only
it
because
didn't fucking matter.
back in the 40s when I went to school, in second grade, the second grade teacher had a sleepover at their house.
Yeah, well, you told us this
Yeah,
before.
it was like half the class, and the only reason why I knew she was a normal person was because we went to her house for the night.
Yeah.
Which
I was
Now
like,
what-
wow, you have a family, you have a husband, you have a dog. This is
So-
crazy. I had no idea.
in the 30s, that was okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you like
You try to put that shit on somebody now?
as a parent, you weren't like, or are they gonna try to fuck my kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I think that's where we're at. Like, it's maybe not fuck, but are they gonna invite
wouldn't trust
somebody
them.
else over here to fuck my kid? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Take
Like, don't
pictures
touch,
of my kid while they're over
don't
here.
touch my fucking kid and don't
Yeah.
look at them weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Columbine.
Columbine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick James.
Obviously, Columbine was messed up. I'm glad we talked about it. It opened up a lot of stuff for
Clearly.
talking about right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, if you listen to it, you would know.
One comment I wanted to make, you were talking about the transgender and all that stuff. If you're not happy with the way you look, no amount of surgery is going to help that.
It's not gonna change you.
No, because it's
If you're a dude, you're a dude.
okay. Like, to
if you-
prime example, like,
if you're a dude that gets fucking transplants,
yeah,
transplants, implants,
implants. Yeah.
not transplants.
We just
We're
got
not
trans on the brain.
We're not planting trees in you.
Anyways,
Yeah. You're a dude. You're a dude, and no surgery or hormone or any kind of medical fucking anything is gonna change that. Like,
Yeah.
it just is what it is. But you can't expect other people to play into that. Don't cancel us that delusion.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a delusion
It's-
of yours. Like, hey, you can portray yourself all you want. You can be passable. You can be passing, whatever it's called. But you're not. Like, even someone that we've talked about, and I won't say it, but that's clearly a fucking girl.
right,
Like, to me.
right.
Like, it's just feminine in the look, the facial structure, all that. Just
Right.
Well, I equate it, and Jason and I have talked about this before, but when I was younger, I wasn't much of a cutter, but I was pain oriented. So
was
I still kind of am, but it's a different reason now. But it was
boners.
I recognized that at a young age that cutting or pain or anything like that wasn't a cure. It wasn't something I did for fun. This is uncomfortable to talk about, so I knew it was a mental thing. There was something wrong in my head, and I got help for that. So, like, no matter how many cuts I would have or bruises I would end up with, that was never the answer. It was never just keep changing or doing something to make myself feel better.
It helped in the moment, but not overall.
It's the Advil you take for a headache or a backache.
Or
Or a
toothache.
toothache, but not getting the actual thing ripped out of your face. Go find help. Go see what's really going on in your head. Go if you can. then figure it out from there. But don't just think you need to have 1,000 surgeries or whatever it is.
Well, see,
cut yourself continuously.
And that's kind of where I was going with the whole misinformation thing too. Is that's like back in the day, anybody that did transition or whatever, like back before all this misinformation with social media and all that, like
RuPaul,
yeah, like it was always whether or not you were accepted in your own community. It was about going out and finding people like yourself that understood. And so there was way more
not like you, right?
Exactly. So it was way more you had actual people to talk to and to actually see, okay, this is what they're going through. Do I want to go through that as well? Is that something that there was fucking experiences? It wasn't just fucking stories. It wasn't just damn reels. It wasn't just bullshit that was fed to your fucking phone.
Yeah.
So, like, you could actually see in person, this is what they're going through. This is what they have to do daily. Do I want to go through this? And it made you think. And I think that's one big thing that's missing with all this shit. And I think that's why, like George said, with as far as the suicide rate and all that being so high, and that's because there's a lot of regrets there because they're going off of misinformation and they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
So I think a lot of people, when they go, let's say a workplace,
Yeah.
like we've been in, or like we're in, you can always find out or find someone, at least one person, that's thinking like you or close to what you're thinking or can understand how you think. And talking to those people helps.
Yes.
These two for me and my girlfriend. Like, I was well into my adult fucking life before I met any of y'all, her or you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost, you gotta bring it, like, fucking chakra, right? You gotta center that shit, like, and understand. You don't have to understand why you think that way, but you gotta understand that
You're not the only one.
you're not the only one, and it's in your head most of the time.
Yeah.
Most always.
Yeah.
It's in your fucking head, and you just gotta, you can find people that accept you without fucking making them call you she when you're a dude.
Yes.
They'll understand. If they're meant to understand you, they're gonna. Those are the people you need to surround yourself with. Now, not these motherfuckers on this screen that you met on fucking Facebook. Like, they don't matter.
Yeah. It's a screen. It's fake. It doesn't
Like,
exist.
I got 100 Facebook friends. I got fucking
nobody.
3 or 4 real friends in my life. And I do cut out the guys that I was in the Marine Corps with, because at this point, we used to visit each other all the time, but like we don't. I haven't seen those guys in years at this point. And do I love them and do they matter? Yes, but if their opinion on what I'm doing affects me to the point where I want to fucking off myself, you need to cut that out.
Yeah.
Like, cut them motherfuckers out. And that's what I do with people in real life too. If you're fucking with me or you're fucking up, like, I'm done.
Yeah. You got deep on this one.
That's what she said.
Never to me, but yeah. So yeah, that's
Except
good.
for that time you dropped the balls.
You did that. You stuck them on your leg. So now all my compulsions are just OCD and.
I know, you're all twitchy. You're okay. We accept you.
I know.
We love you. It's okay, bud.
Love you guys too.
Like,
It's fun.
I
told you how I feel about self-reflection. So.
like, you're fucked up, but
So are we.
And that's the cool. Like, I grew up in a household that was like the perfect. Like, everybody loved each other. We're all good people. I don't know where it turned in my life, but you talk about suicide rate. Like, I remember even then as a kid thinking it would be better if I just did it. We talked about this before too. It's just, I felt like, okay, maybe everyone would be better off if I wasn't here.
so I was never at that point in my childhood or my early adulthood. I wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
No. Probably 5 years ago was the closest I've ever been, and almost got to the point where I was obsessing about it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna miss me.
Yeah.
Like, I really...
I remember that feeling.
I had my friends that were far away on this screen, right?
Right, yeah.
And
But again, they weren't here.
that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
In my little presentation in our class, I said, Aaron saved my life, and that's true.
Then you said, I ain't crying, you're crying.
Yeah, I did. I ain't crying right now, you're crying.
That was the best.
But I honorable mention as you do, like, there's that balance with work and life, right? So you're at work a lot,
Yeah.
but the people at home really help you. But if you ain't got nobody at work, which I guess we'll call this work now.
Yep.
I wish we were getting paid for this.
We will.
Eventually.
One day.
Let's do it.
One day. We got a plan.
Yeah.
You don't know about. Since you didn't tell Jason.
You tell me.
I'll just keep doing topics.
Yes.
You guys do the rest.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like even my kids did like
Yeah. Yep.
didn't they matter so fucking much,
Yeah.
but didn't. It's
Yeah.
not yeah.
Go find help. If you're having any of these thoughts, I know there's a service hotline. Go find it.
Fuck it.
Call us. Shit, give us a message. We'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
I'll make fun
therapists
of
or
you.
anything, but we'll make it because we all understand that. I think we all are in a spot in our lives where we're okay with it now. But we're here for you.
We made it through.
Yeah, sure.
All of us. Like
With support from you guys and whoever else was in my life at the time, even as a kid.
them cabinets, man. Something about
That's
them
good.
cabinets. Throw in. Look. Hey.
Throw a cabinet.
Yeah, go pick up heavy things. Go pick up heavy things and put them down. Like it I swear it's
It
therapy.
does.
Hi, George.
Yeah.
You'll find
Yeah.
people like us.
Like I'll pick up cabinets, throw them down, and Jason's there going, "Hi, George." I'm like, I'm gonna throw these cabinets even harder. But
You're
pick
in.
up, like go to the fucking gym, like talk to somebody, like.
Yeah, I mean, I understand social awkwardness and anxiety and
God,
all
yeah.
that stuff too.
We
but
all do.
We we all have it, but we get through it. So
You should see me around fucking groups of people at work. You think I'm fucking weird here? Goddamn! It's like, what is wrong with him? Is he having a seizure? No, he's just fucking
trying to complete a sentence.
trying to be the person.
Gimba.
We don't always see ourselves as just humans with flaws, and we all have those.
Oh, so many I have.
Yeah.
Hey, let's say this. I'll say this too. It's also important to recognize when other people are struggling.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like when somebody wants to talk about their meemaw having an open heart surgery, you just listen.
Or like when,
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
or like when John is very clearly down and not
Reflecting
himself,
for a week.
and I'm like, "You okay?
Oh, I wanted
You
to-
alright? You good?"
Just,
You
All
okay?
day long until I made him laugh about it.
After he wants to punch you.
That's okay. If it would have helped him, he could have punched me.
No, it was just, we talked about this before we got on air. It's like, I don't want anybody to ask me how I'm doing. That's not what I need.
Yeah.
I
You're
want
the
to be the
carer,
one
you don't
going to
be cared
you. Are
for.
you okay? Is everything all right with
Right,
you?
but you need it.
Yeah, and you recognize that, and I appreciate that. It's just I don't want people to think about that about me. It's icky.
Well, don't
It's
show
like
it.
I wasn't. I was just listening to my music, and you were like, "What are you listening for?" You were
Which
like,
is not normal.
Disturb
Right?
music.
You were listening to fucking Down with the Sickness. Ooh, ah. And I'm like, all right, so we need to talk. Like, I'm not going to push, but I'm going to ask you over and over till you forget about it.
But I think, and you guys
Not
maybe
gonna push,
don't.
you're gonna poke.
I do. I have to just get through it. It's like a virus. You just kind of like pass it all out. And
Like
then
my
I'm good.
tooth.
Yeah. And once it's gone, I'm like, I'm good for a little while.
Just let it out.
And then I put the fucking pictures up right on my nightstand so I can see them. every night before I go to bed.
I'm
I'm fine with it now. No, and I'm fine with it. I got through that, so we're good.
You know why you got through it? Because I said, you good?
Yeah, because you. Every 5 minutes. And then what did I do to you when you said your tooth was hurt?
hang on. Before it got to the point where it was every 5 minutes, I asked legitimately.
Yeah, you did.
He didn't want to talk about it. I didn't push, so I made a joke and said, "You good?"
Yep.
Like we're just walking, and I'm just looking at him. Like, you good?
But you,
Okay.
you like if somebody changes the way they are, is it for attention? You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to be that guy either. I was like, yeah, I'm good, whatever, you know.
We know you well enough to where.
It wasn't for like, I need your attention. Please ask me how I'm doing today.
Yeah, it's like, when my cheeks swole up to the size of a fucking softball, I was like, yeah, look at me. Look at me. What's wrong with your face? Okay, I'll explain that. But
Okay.
my face hurts, so I don't want to talk a whole
It's
lot.
like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, like,
Like, I didn't swell my face up on purpose for attention.
that'd be awesome if you could. Though,
God.
wouldn't
No, because then you have a bunch of motherfuckers with goddamn softballs on their cheeks.
it? I told him
They're
it looked
probably
like,
trannies.
I told him it looked like he had mashed potatoes in his mouth, and I just wanted to smack him. Shoot mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
He would have punched. He would have killed you on
Oh
that.
yeah, he would have freaking killed
No,
me.
yeah, well, when I hurt, I probably would have hit you. But it's funny because my dad, which, let's get sad for a minute. May he rest in peace. But, he used to go, and I go, to him. So when you said that, I was like, about to cry.
You're already in pain, and now you're gonna cry about that.
I'm hurting and I'm sad. I'm off myself.
Fuck you.
Let me go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Is the point here? Go fucking find people that deserve to be in your fucking life.
Yeah.
And don't be over fucking judgmental about them. Like, we're all fucked up, man. We're all fucked up.
Some level,
We all got fucking mental problems. We all got health problems. It's just, you'll find your people. Like, find your people. Is my point.
And
Find your people.
If you find some people and they're not
Gay.
doing the things that you need,
You found two.
Or if they're fucking like just
gone.
toxic,
yes,
they're doing the complete opposite of what you need. Even like they may not even be trying to help. That's sometimes okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're just trying to be a detriment, just get rid of them.
get rid of them.
Find your people.
Get rid of them.
You got people.
That should be a show too.
Get
Come
rid
on,
of 'em.
man.
Find your people. Get rid of them.
Find your people.
Get rid of them on the back.
Find your people and get rid of them. Totally opposite. Not what we're saying.
Shout out to Columbine. God,
Brought it back, man.
white hats.
Oh God, I'm leaving.
I found my people.
Oh, Jason's leaving. Is that it?
Yes.
All right, that's
what
the
we doing?
episode, everybody.
He said
Thanks
he's
for
leaving.
listening. And we love you.
Damn.